boy, welcome to a Hero Story episode 293. We're having a fun one in this podcast.
This
I
is
said
take two
something.
on the intro.
I said
Sorry.
something that got cut. Okay. I guess I'll
You
keep that
remember
in.
to cut it.
But this is a Hero Story episode 293. Like I said, it's just me and him. I don't know why.
Well, for now.
I don't know
Harp.
why.
Yeah, so I asked JD, I privately messaged him, hey man, you gonna be on the podcast? And he didn't even respond. It's like, okay. So then I messaged Harper. I
He
said,
would
are
have
you
been
gonna be
good
on?
Thursday, but I was not good Thursday.
Yeah, Harper says I wouldn't be able to. And I said, why? And he said, I'll show up for the money.
I'll show up. Oh, fuck, man. How many bags are we gonna put
Penguin.
over?
Yeah. So, as you know, when we reviewed Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Harper was dressed as Kang. When
Yes.
we reviewed the Suicide Squad, he was dressed as Captain Boomerang. When we reviewed Joker, he had Joker makeup. When we
Yes. We
reviewed
reviewed
Venom
Venom.
3,
He
he
got
had Venom
infected by
makeup.
Venom.
We are going to be talking about Penguin in this episode, which means he's probably going to look just like Colin Farrell's Penguin. That's what I'm
Well,
guessing. He's just going to be late because he's in the makeup
yeah.
trailer right now. Like paint, like exactly accurate to the Batman
Can
universe.
you imagine?
Yes.
I think we made a joke once where you said he said he would show up to your wedding in Joker makeup, but I thought he meant
Yeah.
Penguin makeup. Can you imagine he showed up to your wedding wearing just up like the Penguin?
Yeah, but in the end, like the Joker's like, oh, that's a Joker with Penguin. So like, that's just a guy. He
That's a guy.
looks
He's
a
kind of
little
fucked up looking,
scary.
but
He's got like the scar on the
oh,
face and
you got
everything.
no
But in
space.
the
You got no
end,
space.
yeah. So I'm guessing that's why Harper's late. But it seems like he is joining.
Maybe
So
we'll see. I guess we'll see. We can't promise it. We can never promise anything.
yeah, apparently. So
Um,
we have
we
news. We have comics.
we do have
Uh,
comics. We have news, except that Hunter didn't read the big comic of the week. So if
mhm.
you're the one person that's like, God, I'm listening to this podcast because I really want to know what Hunter thought of Absolute Batman #2, you're not going to figure it out because he didn't read it.
Tyler will tell me, and I will give him my
I'll go
reaction
look
to
at the
what I
sick
think.
picture and you'll go, oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
the. Oh, Harper says send the link to the podcast.
oh, look at this guy. All
I will
right.
say Tyler sending it. So he is. He
Javier.
is gonna good. Um, I read Green Lantern. I haven't I've been very behind on comics,
Mhm.
but I'm catching up when it's at time. I caught up on Green Lantern. Oh my God, I want to talk about it so badly.
All right, we'll talk about
Green
Green.
Lantern news
We'll
this
talk
week
about Green
too.
Lantern. We'll talk about Green Lantern. We'll
We
talk
will,
about
we
Green
will.
Lantern.
I'm
I have a lot
excited.
of books that I'm also backed up on, but I haven't put
Also,
them
since I've
together.
been behind for like 6 months, I read Absolute Power, or
Oh
is that it?
yeah,
I read
Absolute
Absolute
Power.
Power,
Yes, we
which
could
was the
talk about
summer
that.
event this year for DC. I just read
Yeah,
it now. I read it in one sitting, which was fun. It's great.
it was fucking good.
I know you said it was I know you always said
It
it was
was
good, but
fucking good, man.
I loved it. So
You
we'll
loved
get
it.
into it. We'll get into it.
We will
You want
get
to start
into
with
it. Speaking of getting
Penguin?
into things, here we go.
Oh no, he's here for the money.
Here we go. We had to pay a lot. We just sent over.
What the hell, Harper?
Harvey, looking, you've been crying. I'm sorry if you have been. It's just you just joined like a corpse.
Do you hear us?
Hello, podcast.
Hello, podcast.
Harper, I hyped up the audience for no reason.
But how did you hype them
I
up?
said because you always wear makeup when we review movies and shows, like the Venom, Joker, Kang, Captain Boomerang, and I'm just like, he's probably late because he's putting on the Penguin makeup. He's gonna look just like Colin Farrell's Penguin.
I did have the thought of drawing fucking dollar signs on my face, and then I went, why would I do that? Like,
Yeah, why
what
would you
would
do
that?
that?
Why would I do that?
Nobody would watch because of that.
I think I'm reaching down into the bottom barrel of fucking ideas.
What do you mean?
Also,
I,
Oh, for shit
can
to
I be
dress up
honest?
like.
Can I be honest? Like I put on a jumper to hide it, but like there's no fucking point. Like I'm wearing this stupid t-shirt. I'm wearing the fucking
Oh,
dumb
he's
look,
t-shirt
wearing
with
the little
more.
boy,
I'm
with
wearing
a
this.
lollipop and a propeller hat T-shirt.
is
Yes,
there a
It's
little boy shirt?
comfortable and I don't
he's
have to
like
leave my house
it
today.
looks like
And so
Ness.
Harper, I'm wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt. You look more like a child than I do.
Damn,
it
I just have a nice navy blue shirt.
It
We're
looks
all going
black
around showing our
on our
shirts.
screen.
It does look black. It's blue. It's blue.
Okay, okay.
It's just a black hole. It's like nothing
You see a
So
little symbiote eyes
there.
open.
Yeah,
how long have you guys been recording this episode?
Literally like
$5 minutes.
2 minutes. Not even.
Ah, so
Yeah,
this is this the part that we're gonna have to cut out later or not?
We already have to cut out something because Tyler had a crazy intro.
No, it's yeah. I will show you. I'll show you after the podcast. I don't
Oh,
want to
I
hype
was
it up. I don't want
joking.
people to
That
think
is-
there's a lost intro out there. It was
It
never
was just
meant to be
one
that.
sentence, but
Guess what, Tyler? There is a lost intro. out
Shut
there.
up. Anyway, we're moving on. Fuck this podcast. We're moving on. We're talking about
actually,
Captain
fun
America.
fact
God damn it.
about what you had to cut out there. That man, the reason why you have to cut it out is the reason for the last episode because we kept talking about that specific person.
Oh my
That's
God.
actually true.
Yeah, he's ruined the pod.
That's incredible.
Much like how he's gonna. No.
Anyways, we're talking Penguin.
Yeah, or I was gonna start with the news, which I guess would not be the most fun to transition from, which would be Captain America trailer, where we talk about
What the fuck? Why are we talking about? I'm here for my money.
Yeah,
Here
we're
for your
talking about
mon-
Penguin.
Ah,
Let's
God
talk about
damn it.
Penguin.
All right. I hate when we go, oh, we gotta have a routine. We gotta start with like a flow, and then we just throw it out immediately because we gotta talk about the goddamn show or movie, whatever. Let's talk about it, Penguin.
It was the greatest thing ever made.
It was a good show.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a good show. I just
It
finished
was-
Band of Brothers. That's a better show.
What is up with you in this Band of Brothers show?
It's
It's a show that I've
watched it
never heard anyone else talk about, but you talk about it like it's
because it's
Andor.
like it's the second highest rated like TV
feel
show
like-
on everything. What are you
I
talking
feel like
Really?
I've never heard of anyone else talk about the show.
Are
What's
you
number
fucking-
one?
I forgot you are 80. You probably remember.
Number
the
one is
days of
Breaking
old.
Bad. Number two
sense.
is Band of Brothers. What are you doing?
What's three?
Really? Yeah, well, it's excellent.
Three
I've
is
seen it.
Penguin.
It's probably
Three is
it's probably
Penguin.
the sixth time I've seen it, but it's excellent. Anyway,
But that's
Give
a
us,
lot of
like,
times. That's more times than I've ever seen any show, I
Harper,
think.
give us a description of what this show is in like 3 sentences or something.
It's the true story of the airborne division dropping into Normandy, and each episode starts and ends with interviews with the real life veterans, and then cuts into their stories. And every episode is sort of a different battle or a different event about the American invasion into France and into Germany, but it's based off a novel that sort of covers all of those different soldiers, so we kind of get more points of view on them.
Definitely more than 3
realistic.
sentences.
Mhm.
I watched Saving Private Ryan last night. It's not as good as I remember. Anyway,
Really?
You know,
yeah,
I've
no,
never
I was
seen
actually
it.
I was quite disappointed. It felt so it. We were watching it, and I was like, "Oh,
It
this is
felt
like a Marvel
formulaic.
movie take on like World War II." You know what I mean?
It was
What-
it was formulaic, I would say.
It was fun. Yeah, yeah.
You got to be the only person in the world to describe Saving Private Ryan as a Marvel movie.
It does feel it feels very Hollywood. Like when you watch it,
You
I
do
don't know, watching
become
it as
like we've talked about this. I think you said where you're like super goofy about everything, but like about movies, you're like a vaudevillain. You're like, oh yeah, I'm not sure about this.
yes. Tom Hanks. No, I don't know. It just felt like, yeah, I don't know.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
you
it.
do get very serious when it comes to film, which I appreciate.
But to be fair, I think I was self-admitted. I said like watching it at the same time I was watching Band of Brothers was a stupid idea because that is a much more realistic, real take on war, where it feels like any second your
Mhm.
best friend could have his face blown off. Where like
Oh wow, that's like
Saving Private Ryan
that's
is
like
like
episode 5 of Game of Thrones season 8.
Very specific.
episode 5. Oh God.
Season
Sorry.
8,
Yeah,
yeah.
geez, sorry. I had to really think about that. I was like,
Realistic.
As soon as it's
Realistic
season 8,
war.
I'm like, yeah.
I get it.
but like
guys, I
like
get it.
Saving Private Ryan, like 7, it'll be like 7 soldiers. They arrive and they're standing at like a very obvious set piece, and I'm like, okay, one person will die here, and then they'll move on to the next one, and that's kind of exactly what happens. It's like very formulaic, and also Vin Diesel's there.
Damn.
That's my
You
review.
know,
Oh,
I've been,
Brody,
to,
yeah.
I've been to Normandy before. It was nice.
Have you actually?
Vin Diesel was
genuinely-
there. Yeah.
It's what? Was he really?
No. I have been to Normandy though. It's it's a beach.
I would.
He
I
visited
would
Normandy
love
in
to go.
1940.
Hey, I didn't say when. I didn't say when, buddy. We were not supposed to say when. It's like the
But
Wonder
it
Woman
is-
picture you see me in World War II.
Holding 3 heads.
Yeah.
Well, I'm shitty. Yeah, but it is interesting, Harper, how you
Why would one of them be JD? He said
Because we
one of
said
them
that.
is-
That was remember? Do you remember that clip?
No, I don't.
Remember, it was you that said it. You were like, "What if we were going through those photos in BVS
Oh,
and JD?" was
yes.
in them?"
I do remember that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Damn it.
Wonder
I just
Woman
reused
theme
my
like
own joke
slowly
there.
creeping in. I forgot what I was. Oh yeah, Harper. It is
Penguin.
funny that you became very serious about film, but a year ago we looked at your letterbox and your only reviewed movies were Attack of the Clones,
Attack
Obi-Wan
of the
Kenobi, and Attack of the Clones
Clones.
again.
It's a fucking great movie.
Is it because
It's
you
just
reviewed it? You
occurring
made
to
it 3 stars and they changed it to 2.5.
it's just occurring to me that like it's almost 3 in the afternoon here, and it looks like I've just fucking woken up.
Yeah, I know. I said it looked like you've just been crying all
I've
day.
been up for hours, dude.
Me too, man. It's what's it
I'm
called?
telling
It
you what,
is. It's 10:45. Anyway, let's talk about the damn penguin.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Sorry. Mhm.
Sorry.
No, Batman.
Oh, my bad, my bad. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Mm.
I thought, okay, so Hunter, he went into the chat. He threw out a massive sentence, a massive Hunter sentence, as he does. He said it was a top three comic books TV
Comic
show ever.
book TV show. Yeah. Yeah. I still
And
stand by that.
I
I
think
know, yeah.
that it's a pretty good show, but I think I personally, I don't think I could go like all the way with it like I think I could like the Batman, you know? Or I'm not, I feel like I liked the Penguin a lot. I've really liked watching it, but I don't think
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
I don't think it's all the way up there.
but Hunter said it, and our gut reaction, because he does it all the fucking time, is he
Mhm.
says a ridiculous thing, and we
Mhm.
go,
Yeah.
dude, that is such an effect of you just seeing it. But
Yeah.
I really thought about it the day that he sent that, and I went like, the man, he's probably right. Like, I can't think of many other
But are we
things. Like,
talking
I even
live
tried to think
action? We're
of things.
talking in general?
I was
I,
thinking
I'm
live
saying in
action.
general, but live action, yeah.
What's the
Because
best?
like I
Oh,
like it better than
Daredevil.
all the Disney Plus ones, and I love Loki. Like that was my favorite for a long time. I like it better than all Disney
Oh yeah,
Plus. I
like
like
yeah,
it
okay,
better
I can
than all
see.
the CW ones.
Well, yeah.
We-
I know this is just going to be
Hey
me
guys, I
though.
like Penguin better than Legends of Tomorrow. Sue me.
I sue me right now, but I liked it better than Supergirl. All right, Mike. I fucking love Peacemaker, man. I don't give a shit. For me, that is the best one, the best
Yeah.
live
It is
action
good.
one,
Oh, okay. Best live. No, I think
best live
Penguin's better.
action
I do
DC show,
love.
maybe.
I think Peacemaker's a great show for sure. I'm
Yeah,
excited for season two.
Actually,
I'm
they
very excited for
released
season
this
two.
image. This
Of what?
I thought this was, but oh, I didn't save it.
I think you would like Peacemaker, Harper.
Yeah,
Harper
what?
would
Don't worry.
love it.
It's funny.
We told him
I
that like
probably,
a year ago. He's like, I'll probably watch it, but it's
Yeah,
look. Maybe I will. Look, when
it's been two
season two
years since
comes
the
out,
show
maybe I'll
dropped.
catch up. Yeah, but when
Yeah,
season two comes out, it might give me a
but
reason.
yeah, I think the Penguin is very good. I don't think it's. See, now that I say that, I'm just mostly putting it up against the animated superhero shows, and for me, it's like there's some animated superhero like shows, comic book
Mhm.
shows that are just in like a
Great. Yeah,
different
yeah.
level. But like they're
You were
better than
saying
like
Batman the animated series is your number one?
yes, I think Batman the animated series is the best adaptation of any comic book ever.
Looks
They
cool.
released that image.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
Daredevil.
also they also released this image
That's
in
true.
Fuck, dude.
Here's your
2016.
source. Look at me.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Another reason why Band of Brothers is the best show of all time. He's in
Eddie,
it.
Already.
Eddie Brock's in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
he
he do a
is.
silly
Remember when
voice?
they released this image as the first look of Venom at Comic-Con?
Yes. Look at him in his shirt.
They
There,
said this was
there,
the first appearance of Venom. It's just a picture of Tom Hardy.
dude, there's a part. It was in like the last episode of Band of Brothers. Tom Hardy's just in the background, and his face is just like. And I turned to my partner and I went, "That's the most Tom Hardy shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, what is he doing?
He does that face the entire movie at Dunkirk. He's just
Look how goofy he is
yeah,
Ugh.
he looks like
Is he your favorite actor, Harper?
he's
of
gotta
all
be.
time.
He's gotta
He's
be.
up there though, no? Damn him.
He
He
looks
might
like the
look. He
he
might
looks like
be.
the green like Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wouldn't it be better if he was Harry Osborn in those movies, though? In
Maybe
He'd be a little
retrospect,
too old.
no. Would he?
Just
No.
Tom Hardy
then
looking at
from
Andrew
Andrew
Garfield be like,
Garfield?
when we were kids,
Oh,
man.
I thought you meant the James Franco one. Sorry,
No.
Eh.
I'm an idiot.
Looking at
Um,
22-year-old Andrew Garfield be like, man, I miss when we were kids, just hanging out.
yeah, God, that's a bad movie, Hunter. Why do you like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably Robert Downey Jr., Keanu Reeves, and perhaps it is Tom Hardy these days. I don't know.
Damn.
Let me look up at the toys.
What about Colin
Oh,
Farrell?
Wait.
Wait,
Bill
Keanu
Ska-
Reeves?
yeah, Bill
You see,
Skarsgård is it, and also the French guy in John Wick 4, which I like. So
Yeah,
that's
and he's
that's
also
up there.
that guy in Barbarian.
He is
Harper, you
that guy.
got
Oh man,
yeah, yeah. Harper, you
Fuck.
got 1 month for Canada. You got 1 month to catch up.
Oh, also Bill
That is
Skarsgård's
exciting, actually.
that guy that
I want you to
vomits in
watch one
Deadpool.
and two soon.
What?
Yes,
I'm telling Harper to watch Sonic 1 and 2 soon for three.
it's good movies. They're actually good movies.
Fine.
They
Okay.
actually are. Two is really, really good. I think
They
one's
can't. They're
good, not
probably
great.
better than Venom, and I thought those movies were phenomenal this time around. So
Probably are better than Venom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They might guess. I love we still have the Venom pizza box behind.
it's still out
It's
there.
part of the set.
It is
Um,
part of a set.
we
Where
keep
is it?
detouring. We keep
Oh yeah,
detouring from
Penguin.
Penguin.
Penguin. Okay,
So the Penguin.
it's a great like it is a comic book film. It doesn't feel much like a comic book film because you do dive into things. I don't know if it's a comic thing that Penguin killed his brothers when he was a kid. I don't think that's a.
See, I only know of, and I feel like I don't really actually know that much about the Penguin in the comics because I had always assumed until Colin Farrell that Penguin was British, and then
Well,
I'm thinking
because
like, oh,
yeah,
he's from Gotham though. Like, of course he's not
Yeah.
British. He never. I don't think he ever really was British, right? He's
Arkham
yeah,
games, he's like
yeah. But in
Cockney.
Arkham, they say he's like putting on the accent. I think that's like a. I think that's revealed at some
He's
point.
faking the voice.
Yes. What's Nolan
Even when
North?
he's getting like, beat up by
Yeah.
Nightwing, he's like
Yeah.
he's still
Um, but yeah, Penguin, I always assumed is like the other rich family in Gotham, right? Opposite the Waynes is the Cobblepots.
Mhm.
And they have this empire and Penguin's just a shithead kid from their family or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I always assumed, but I don't really know if he had brothers. I feel like I don't know anything about his backstory.
Yeah, which is why I think we don't care if they change it here. Like if they did
Especially
like,
if they change
hey
his
guys,
name.
when Bruce Wayne was a kid, like his brothers died. It'd be like he doesn't what?
Yeah, what do
But
you
for
mean?
Penguin, it's like who no one really cares. So
Yeah.
That Mike
Yeah.
Tyson fight was fucking boring.
it was.
I didn't watch it.
I did, unfortunately.
It was, yeah, so right. It was so boring.
Yeah.
Unlike the
Penguin.
Penguin, we're back.
I just
Fuck.
like there's my complaint about it is that there wasn't enough reference to Batman. You don't have to have Batman there, although it would have been nice for
No,
me.
no. Like the ending of it, like it was
It felt satisfying.
I have enough
it
for
like
me.
it
Well,
was cool to
which
see it, but realistically, what is it? I was gonna call it the bat lamp. What is it? The bat signal.
the
That's
bat signal?
that's
Yes, the bat lamp,
The
the bat
bat lamp.
light,
You see, oh, I've powered on the bat
the bat
lamp,
lamp.
Master Wayne. It's much more subtle. Fucking like when that came on, that I feel like that should have come on like halfway through the series or something, and we see him have some sort of like reaction. Like
Even
I
episode
just can't,
one, you can
I
start the
just
show like
can't
that.
fathom that like he's doing all this and not once is like, hey, I gotta watch out for the freaking bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
it
know
Mhm.
doesn't.
that's exactly it. I know the Batman's new, but he has met him and he knows he's a big deal because he just like revealed himself to the city. Nobody mentions that. Nobody at all talks about
You
how
know my
that.
reputation? Yeah. Do
Do
you?
you? Hey, come on.
He's
Nobody
so
at all
good.
talks about the fact that Batman did this in the middle of the city and it's changed everything in Gotham, or
Mm.
really talks about the fact that the Riddler blew up the seawall or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, even though they do talk about the the blown up seawall.
Yeah, it's
um,
a
A
pretty
lot,
big
yeah.
part of the
yeah.
show.
But the for me the ending of it, I guess jumping straight to the ending. Spoilers for some reason if you haven't watched
Well,
the Penguin yet.
we've been talking
Yeah,
about it every week,
but
but yeah.
he when the bat signal goes up, and that's the last frame, and it's after Eve is telling him like you're untouchable, no one can stop you, and it's basically them in the show saying, "Oh yeah, he's untouchable." Wait a minute, you bet you forgot about that.
Yeah,
There was
no,
Mhm.
we didn't.
never a second where I wasn't thinking, "Where the fuck is Batman?" You know. And so for
Especially when you
them
just
to
talked about
show it,
Catwoman right before.
yeah, when they show it and they're just like, but how about that though? I'm like, yeah, no shit,
we've been
no
asking where the
shit,
fuck he was forever,
because
dude.
like there is a certain point where this is an incredible show. It's so much better than any show about the goddamn Penguin should be. But
That's
when we're living in a universe that is not about the Penguin and it's about Batman and Penguin is a Batman character, we cannot pretend like the looming shadow of Batman is not there at every goddamn second in this city, you know? And
Mm.
I think that is weird. And honestly, I feel like that did take away some of it from me because like that's why I don't feel like oh it's a great comic book show. It felt like they went
Fucking
out of their
hell.
felt like they went out of their way to make it separated from Batman, even though it's the Batman's universe and they met
Yeah.
each other in each from the goddamn movie. You know,
Mhm.
it feels like it was Pennyworth or something. You know, like it's a completely separate thing.
Just could have been called Colourpop, the origin of
Like,
Batman's short villain.
yeah, the origin of one of Batman's rivals.
That's it. It would have been nice, even if you don't have to show Batman, but show the signal up, show them looking around in the darkness, being
Let
like, hey,
someone
we can't
talk
go out
about him
right
for a
now.
second.
Have Vic walk outside and then go back in quickly because the Batmobile went by or something.
Vic could be a kid that's inspired by Batman, you know, even
God,
like a
dude.
little bit, you
I
know?
he
thought I was
uses
a,
a
I thought I was a genius for about 3 hours that day.
for
I was
what?
like, spoilers, like calling Vic getting murdered by the Penguin at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the episode, first step. I felt like a genius before, like I thought about it and went, is that kind of obvious? He was gonna shoot him in that first
Yeah.
episode. Like,
Are you
we
guys
never.
happy with the end of that character?
Happy, I
Well,
guess you
Doesn't
could
sound
say.
like, are
happy,
you
but I
satisfied?
felt
Sorry, satisfied.
yeah, I felt validated for never really trusting him as a character and
Yes. Yeah.
thinking that
Mhm.
I said it to fucking Sean, and Sean didn't believe me. He was like, "Show me the receipts that you called this." And so I just got my girlfriend. I just went, "Hey, did I fucking say this to you at the end of the last episode?" You and yeah, and I was like, "There you go, Sean." And he went, "Must be nice to have a girlfriend." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, it is, man. It
He
is.
actually said that.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Huh? Yeah. He was like, must be
No,
nice to have someone who can like back you up and blah blah blah. I was like about the penguin. Yeah, I guess.
about the Penguin.
I know. I wake up every day. I'm like, thank God I can talk penguin.
Sean,
No,
did you talk
I feel
to?
that, bro. That does feel good every time. Like we've been. Oh my god, she was obsessed with Sophia, bro. Like to a point where I'm
Me
like,
too.
I know you.
That's
Well, you
me.
know, we knew you were. We know you were. We. You don't want to
Oh,
know the kinds of things, the pictures, everything he was sending in the
You should
chat.
see the jar. Let me.
Oh no no no! Don't show
it's so heavy.
Ew.
I just got for Sean here. For Sean, did you talk about Penguin with like a coworker or something? And they're just like, "Hey, I like Batman." And they're just like, "Show me the receipt," and he had nothing. It's like,
But I
Yeah,
love
all right, you like Batman? What's his name? I guess Batman, right? Like,
this
yeah.
guy thinks Batman's name is Batman. It's Bruce Wayne,
It's
idiot.
Bruce Wayne, stupid. Is it Bat Spaceman or Batman, one word, or Bat hyphen man? Which one? I don't know. It's Batman, I
Tell
guess,
me.
one word.
Sean's this type of guy to type in Bat Spaceman.
Bat hyphen man.
Oh, the
Here's,
Um,
worst.
no, I think
it-
okay. I think that
here's my receipts for the receipts.
the dynamic of some of the receipts.
It was like
Nice.
that. And then
Damn.
Must be nice.
we're sorry,
must be
Sean. He's
nice. Sorry,
exposed
bro.
you on the podcast.
It's so funny to me.
I
Just
thought
I felt like bad. I'm like, oh, sorry. It's like, must be nice.
Oh, I miss you, Sean.
Yeah, I miss Sean a little bit too, man.
Yeah,
Let's get him on.
yeah,
the
we should. Let's invite him on again.
Let's get him on before the end of the year because are we going on break in December? I know I am.
okay. I guess we are the
I'll
My
be on
my
for
plan
Sonic 3.
my plan before Hunter brought it up. This is a bit of we'll get back to the Penguin audience.
Commercial
maybe.
break, real quick. Commercial break.
Commercial break. Hey guys,
Yes.
any of you suffer from erectile dysfunction? No. So my plan was that if you guys week to week were going to keep going, I was going to dip out for a few weeks and then appear back on 300 to be like, hey, the gang's back together. And then Hunter
You're
went,
just
I don't
extremely
really want to
fat.
record for December. I just want to like work and then do my holidays. And I was like, let's do that then. So we might be out December, I
Did you
think.
say that, Hunter?
Well,
Hunter said it.
I work retail, and retail schedules you a lot during the
It's going to
holidays,
be
so
fucked, yeah.
I don't know
I'll
if
do
I'll
the
have much
podcast by
time.
myself.
However,
Why not?
Tyler and I's new podcast,
Mhm.
A villain story.
where
Talk-
we can
I
talk
was about to
about
say talk
anything.
to
We can talk about anything that we want. It will be coming out soon.
yes.
You know, it would be funny if we went on break and then in January we come back and we're all just extremely fat. I think that'd be funny.
Oh,
I think you're
I
gonna
don't.
say we all have our own separate, like, popular podcasts. All of us.
That'd be so
We've
sick.
all
Yeah.
gone solo.
We all go solo.
Impulsive.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
But yeah,
Penguin.
so this like might be the biggest hero story break in a while if we follow through on it.
I will 100% be back, whether it's with these guys or just with Tyler or just by myself to talk about Sonic 3. I'll just make that
Yes.
clear.
When is that?
That's December 21st.
Oh my god, he killed himself. Audio listeners, audio
I'm
listeners,
kidding.
he
I
finally,
just made that up. It's December 20th. It's like late December. Hold on, hold
audio
on.
listeners,
Hold on.
watch the
Three.
YouTube or don't watch it. But Harper just put a gun to his head and shot his brains
Oh,
out.
Harper, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's the 20th.
Oh, that brought it back.
I said it was the 21st. It's the
Oh
20th.
fuck! Oh, I
Oh.
went to hang myself. I dropped my headphones.
I saved you. So yeah, I
Um,
will be discussing that for sure. I'll make a video for the channel. But yeah. Penguin.
Penguin.
Well, one thing about this show is before it came out, Rob Pattinson was spotted where they were filming it. For some reason, the guy was just loitering.
Yeah,
And
set it
so
up, Hunter. Set it up.
Yeah,
What are you guys doing? You guys recording
Harper and
porno?
I made a little decision where I'm like, he
Oh,
must be
yes.
filming the Penguin.
Yep.
And Harper says, no, he's not. I bet you my life savings. And I'm like, well, my life savings is only $50. And he said that works. So
Now, here's the thing, Hunter. Before you follow through on this, we actually don't.
I'm about to.
None of us are going to go back and find out how much it was. We just assume that it was
I think
$50
it
because
was 50
every
bucks.
time,
I
well,
think it
thought
every
was
it
time we
was
bet
50.
something, it's 50. Because the
well, at one
last
time
time you lost a bet,
it was
Hunter,
100, right?
no, he lost a bet to me for 50, but I forgave him his debts because he showed us his bank on the podcast and we
Oh,
were all
yes.
like, oh boy, how about you hold
Yes.
on to that, big fella?
Here we go.
I'm just covering your email there.
No, no, no,
Probably.
no, 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 no. You have
No,
to
no, no.
add the
Show them
extra.
my email.
I get 50. I get
Yeah,
50.
yeah. This is what I
Oh,
said.
that is the
This,
transfer. I thought I was
yeah.
getting 47. I was about to deck you somehow.
No. It was your dollar's worth different than my dollar. Huh?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in your favor.
No.
Oh
You
boy,
will.
I'm
You
tired.
won't. You ready for this? I've never done
I'm
this
so
before.
ready. I'm so curious to see what the
Wait, I
message
have
What
to
are you
is.
gonna
send.
buy with it?
Should I add a message?
Don't spend it
This
all in one place, Toots.
this feels like a moment because I don't think this is the first for the podcast. I've paid you guys for quizzes and
Yeah,
whatever, but like Hunter paying a debt feels like.
this is
I
crazy.
told you. I give you my word. I did you
See what
get
I'm
it?
talking about.
Did you get it?
Can't show that on the fucking podcast.
Because it's my bank information.
No, I can't show the fucking message. Oh my God.
Send it
But
in the
you
chat.
got it.
Send it in
Well,
the chat.
thank you, Hunter. Yeah, Hunter, I'll
Yes.
try and show the I'll try
You do a little Joker laugh.
I can't show. I'm gonna
Harper,
cut.
Harper. Here's what. As a founding father, you can show. You can't say.
Okay, I'll show it, but
YouTube exclusive.
I've edited it slightly so you can just barely see it, but there it is.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh my
there you go.
gosh.
Thank you.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, hey, check the timestamp. Go on
Wow.
YouTube, and then there you go. There. You know what? Hey, and now I bet you 50 more that Penguin season 2 will be announced, and Batman will be a main antagonist coming next year.
50
No,
more points.
I'll bet you. I will. Coming next year is the
I'll take
biggest
that
part
bet.
of that. Like I don't know
I'll
about
take that
that.
bet. Why not?
Yeah, it'll arrive before the Batman 2.
So does that mean I can go now?
We didn't even fucking talk about this
Okay,
goddamn show.
fine. I'll talk about the.
What did you think of Salvatore Moroni? He was a good character, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
I
was.
like. Yeah.
What'd you
Yes.
think of little
Wait,
kid Oz?
wait, no.
He was
Genuinely,
funny. He had a funny accent.
genuinely on Maroney.
Yes.
Like I think narratively, his spoilers again. His death is like it makes makes so much sense for Oz to be like, I beat you and blah 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 when he didn't actually because it was taken out of his
Yeah,
hands. Like I
yeah.
like that. I like that in a narrative sense, but I also was like, that's so fucking like that's where he drops dead. Like it just felt
Heart
so like
attack, yeah.
Yeah.
really like honestly, dude, Sophia should have killed Oz like 10 times in that show. The way he could like it's so contrived how many ways he gets out of situations.
Yeah.
He got stabbed in the stomach by his mother and he still made it out of that room.
It was
God,
nothing.
his
He just
relationship
stabled
with his
himself.
mom is crazy
Yeah,
in
I
this.
I cannot believe
I think
that
their duo was like the best. Well, Sophia was
he
really good
was
too.
like he is such a piece of shit. He was gonna lie to the point where his mom gets her fingers chopped
Finger cut
off.
off.
And he's like, I
Yeah.
don't even know what you guys are talking about. You guys, what are you even doing here? This is framing me. I didn't do none of this. And she's
The
like,
whole thing.
God damn it, Oz, this is my finger.
Yeah, and I
I'm your
fucking know.
mom.
Yeah, and I already know. Like, I know
He's like,
you're
no, mom, you
lying.
don't. That's your disease talking. It's like, what?
What do you mean that's her disease talking?
God, Colin
You're
Farrell
going
just
crazy, Ma. Don't let them
yelling is
influence you
so
like
entertaining.
this.
Colin
What
Farrell. Yeah, look.
what you say she's gonna be a vegetable when you talk? Get the doctor.
Yeah.
Go get the doctor
And
now.
and
All
to
right.
like to set up earlier in the show like that he could have this moral compass where she's just like, do not let me become, that if that
Yeah,
happens to me, you need to kill
promise
me. I do
me.
not like just to see that even to his own mother, he will selfishly not follow her wish. It's he's a piece of shit. I mean, I like
Yep.
the first review I saw, like proper review I saw, was like the credit to this show for the fact that it didn't shy away and it basked in the idea of like making a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like we've
Yeah, it's not
seen
like
his shades of
Venom
gray, but
or
Irredeemable
ultimately
prick.
he's just an irredeemable piece of shit. Like I want Batman to snap his fucking neck. I know
Yes.
that
And
won't
that's
happen, but
that.
I want it.
See,
Harper
that's the
messaged
work
our
put in.
chat after the last episode saying that he wants Batman 2 to start with Batman breaking into the penthouse and just throwing anyone off the building.
But I
He's
want
just
like I just because that's the work put in where like next time these two meet, I'm like, Batman, just kill him.
kill him.
Batman,
Yeah, yeah. We hate him.
Batman, go just blow him up. Just blow
Mhm,
him up.
mhm.
And Colin Farrell confirmed that he is in the Batman Part
He said
2.
it's not going to
So
be a whole lot, I
he
think.
said
Well, no, he
five
said five
scenes.
or six scenes, which in my mind is a
Yeah.
lot. That
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
feels
not gonna be a
like
focus, but that's quite a
if he
bit.
has 5 or 6 3-minute scenes, that's more than he was in that first movie.
First movie has like three scenes.
Yeah, first movie
He's
he's
got like the
not in like that much.
nightclub, he's got the interrogation
He's
and
just
the
mostly
And then the
around
chase.
when other things are happening.
Yeah, he's around when like
it's
Falcone
like
gets shot,
it's like
or,
a
and he's just
Goddamn
like,
he's
right.
like a background
yeah,
extra in the Batman.
I'll spray paint your ass. He's like a background extra, yeah.
They'll be like whoever the villain is, like Mr. Freeze or something. Mr. Freeze will be like declaring to the city he's gonna freeze the world. You see a crowd of people, and he's just in the background, like
You gotta give me a
limping.
popsicle. Yeah, whatever he says.
Wait, do a popsicle?
I want it just makes me laugh, man. He is so good. I do think that he
he
is
is fantastic. Yeah.
unbelievable as this character. Like, why is he having so much fun with this character? Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy that Colin Farrell plays this character. Like,
Mm,
where did this come from?
The skinny guy
yeah.
from Ireland is playing like
I know.
American
Remember when we first
Italian
saw photos
gangster.
for the Batman and we were like, that's not him.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I
It
remember the
still
first
it
time I
blows my
saw.
mind
When I
I
went
know the
still.
to
first.
when I went to Comic-Con and he was talking about it he said like the initial idea of it, I think when him and Matt were talking was that he was not going to have prosthetics or anything like that. Like maybe his nose would be a little different. He have a nose prosthetic, but they were not going to go the route that they went. And someone just had the idea of like, oh, what if he had all this and he looked a little different? And then when he put it on, he was like, okay, this is what the character is. Like
Mm.
he felt it in the skin. He put the penguin on and it consumed him or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
a
am the
big fan
penguin
of
now.
I'm a big fan of actors when they get covered in a bunch of makeup, how that just like makes them it's like they loosen up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Oh yeah.
I keep hearing Bill Skarsgård talk about being Count Orlok, and he's like, when he all the makeup's on, he's just like, I'm gone, bro. I am that guy, and I
I'm
think
so
that's
excited
so
for that.
cool. I know that's so cool. I'm
Even if
very
it's a
excited.
little bit, I thought Chris Hemsworth and Furiosa with the nose prosthetic was really good.
Ready?
Yeah, God, he is.
Steady.
Chris Hemsworth
Go!
in that movie is exactly what Colin Farrell is as the Penguin. A dude 110% committed, and you can't fucking stand them.
Yeah.
You just can't stand
There
that
is
guy.
no hope.
But what did
Yeah,
you think? I thought it was interesting about Sophia is
the
that
goat,
she
the
kind of
best.
goes through like a real weird arc where I feel like she's when we get the reveal of what happened to her, where she got framed for her dad's murders and
Yeah.
gets sent to Arkham, and how Arkham is what Arkham usually is, and it's just the
Mm.
worst place in the universe. It's hell on Earth. And she kind of gets molded into this cold, unfeeling person that everyone already believes she was because she was framed. And then, so then you feel sympathy for her. You're like, oh man, she really, maybe she wasn't this or whatever. And then she also goes down the rabbit hole. And you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of, she's evil. She is evil. And I,
The
but
real
it's it,
family.
yeah, it's good. It is cool to see this movie is just evil versus evil, and they're different layers and they're different levels. I guess you could compare. Why would you? Whatever. But like,
It's
they are
like Venom
both.
versus Riot.
It's see, I'm literally thinking about that though because those movies, the Venom verse, Morbius, and all that are bad guy movies where they fight a worse guy and they're actually not that bad. And in this, it's Penguin's like, no, they're both pieces of shit. Maybe one's a little less so, but maybe she isn't. Like it doesn't
Yeah, no,
matter.
I thought it was interesting that she visited like the daughter of the rest of the
Yeah.
Falcons that she murdered and came back from that like I've gone too far down this road of violence. I need to change. Quick, kidnap his mum and chop off her finger. Like it was
Yes.
like, what happened to the like I
Just
thought you were
yeah.
better. Like yeah,
She was pretty good. She was great
she
actually.
was
I'm
awesome.
not even pretty good. She was pretty great. I
Though I
think
think I was right, and Tyler, I think you agreed with me. That scene where Julian Rush, who is a weird character in my opinion,
yes,
good
shades
actor. I
from her
like him a
page.
lot in Sons of Anarchy, but like that scene felt the most Agents of Shield, the most like,
Yes.
oh, this person wants to talk to you. Says their name is Selena Kyle, and it's like no, there's no point where I felt like we were actually going to see Selena Kyle.
Nope.
I'm sure like she will mention her sister or something in part two. I'm not expecting to see Sophia in the
Yeah.
Batman
Do you
part
think
two.
she'd
Like,
be in
where
the
would
No, I'm
she
not
movie?
fit?
either. Yeah.
I could see. I could see maybe something. Maybe it would probably be more of a reference, but
Yeah.
even something quick. Like a opening scene where she and Selena interact in some way. You know.
But like that's not he's not going to open the Batman part 2 with a scene where Catwoman talks
Why
to the
not?
lady villain from the Penguin. I'm
But you
just
think
telling you
you
it's not
remember
going to
the
happen.
first movie opens with the Riddler and he's like this and he's like
Yeah, yeah, but the Riddler is
That's
the
the main
main villain of that
It's
antagonist
movie.
the
of the
main
movie.
antagonist. I can see
Like,
that scene being maybe the intro to Catwoman in the movie or something.
to me, it
But
feels like if Age of Ultron opened up with like Coulson on a mission,
What a
we'd be like, I
shit.
thought he was dead. You know what I mean? Like
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's a good point.
I think she could be in it. I think she would
It
it
probably
just
share a
She
scene with
could,
Selena,
not
and
a big
that's it.
role though. I think it would have
Yeah.
been better if instead of her getting a letter, if just you have a visitor and it's Selena. Which
yeah,
I
it's
understand,
Selena.
then you
Yeah,
have to get Zoe to come in and everything
You
like
don't
that.
even
But
have to, really.
yeah, I guess you don't have to. You could just say you have a visitor.
you could
So they
have
kind of
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes. Oh my God. It's George
Mhm.
Clooney Batman at the end too.
Yeah. Her tooth falls
Ezra
out.
Miller.
Very funny. Very funny. Yeah.
But yeah, I did think it was just a very good show. The Vic at the end, very sad,
Mm,
very
very
unfortunate.
brutal. Yeah.
What a prick. This is
Mhm.
also again going what I liked about Agatha though. It is just like, oh, this character is a bad guy and they suck by
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
There isn't a redemption. You see different shades of the guy, but he's not a good guy.
I can't take you with me this time, Vic.
Mhm.
Right?
You're good
My
though.
girlfriend
You're
was
good.
like pissed off, bro. Like
Yeah,
I think before I talked her into being like, he's a piece of shit, and I called it and I saw it coming. I think that kind of ruined the show for a sec. She was like, "Fuck this guy." I do think The Penguin is a TV series that I wouldn't watch again.
I would
yeah.
watch
Like
it again.
I don't think I would
it
watch it again.
feel no, it feels like a week to week. Like okay, I'm here for the adventure. I'm curious, and then where it ends, I'm like, okay, I will watch the Batman too, but I do not want to
Yes.
watch this like lead up ever again. The
Yeah.
entire Maroni and Falco and crime families are dead, and Batman didn't show up.
Yeah. Or he did, but we didn't
That's
know, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
off script. Oh god,
Good
can
Batman
you
part two
imagine
has
if
several
like the like we get
flashbacks.
a shot of Batman, but it's that shot from Gotham? Yeah.
Where he zooms in on the rooftop.
And it's the
Oh
kid's
yeah.
face plastered.
Oh, so bad.
It's so terrible,
Are you
dude.
guys also extremely mad that we never got to reveal that Vic was Victor Zaz?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
I
or Victor
put all over
Stone,
the
or
TV.
Miles
Victor.
Morales.
What?
I told you that one. It was a
Oh
Reddit
yeah.
thread, and it was like, I have a theory, and then the two photos were just Vic and Miles Morales, and all the comments were like, I'm so curious to see what this is supposed to be.
Maybe, bro. This is Earth 42.
I
Maybe.
saw a lot of like badly Photoshop where it's just the poor actor. There's a picture of him, a bunch of cuts on him. Like it's Victor's ass.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Well, because his name is Vic. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Can we grow
Oh,
up?
Speaking of Batman, I feel like I should say to the pod to just put it out there on the airwaves and on the
Mhm.
internet. The Dark Knight
Yes.
Rises is a fucking banger. Absolute
Thank
fucking
you.
banger.
Finally, he
It's a
says it on the internet.
banger of
It's
a
a
movie.
good
Holy
fucking
shit, it's
movie.
good.
And
So good.
and talk about Bane.
Bane is the best shit
We
talker
talk
in a
about
comic
Bane
book movie
probably
ever.
I
every
love
week.
Bane.
Do
No,
you
we never
accept this man's resignation?
we talk about Bane's voice. Very rarely do we talk about the fact that Bane is him and he
Hmm.
just spits his shit and then he lives up to it and he goes along his
Yes.
fucking day. Like
He
that
lives
is the
up to it
thing.
is the most
He
important part.
he does not say anything that he does not fucking live by. If
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one thing that Bane is not, it's a hypocrite. And that is what is so incredible about him is that he says, I'm gonna fucking break Batman, and he breaks fucking Batman. I'm gonna blow this bomb up in Gotham, and he kind of blows it up outside of Gotham,
He
wasn't
He
bad.
does.
does.
But I'm gonna break this guy's neck. He breaks that guy's neck.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy. I love him.
My girlfriend's favorite part was when he put his hand on Ben Mendelsohn and went, "Do you feel in charge?" Love it so much.
What are you? You're
It's
evil.
interesting because it's not
Necessary evil.
much like comic book Bane. Christopher Nolan
Not
just kind of made
really.
his own character.
It is
Yeah, I
like
know, it's
it's
cool.
the liberator aspect of Bane where he's like
Oh, liberals.
he thinks yes, it's the liberal aspect of Bane. It's the part where he thinks that like
Cut that.
he is a great savior of people and will like free the earth or whatever of
If I take that
tyranny.
thing off, will you die? And it would be extremely painful. You're a big guy. For you.
But he thinks he's like a savior, you know? He thinks he's like this
Messiah.
person. Yeah, he thinks he's this person put here to free the world of tyranny or whatever, but actually he's just another fucking asshole, you know? And I
Hmm.
he's good. I love him. I love that
He's sick, man.
I love the part where he confronts Batman at the end. He's like, "You've come back to your city to die."
No, I've come here for you. Oh, it's good stuff. Oh,
Yeah, no,
Hunter was
but
right.
I was gonna say about that scene, it's like
Hmm.
Bane could just be like, "Yeah, I know you came here for me. Like, I didn't actually
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you
that's
came
true.
back to your city to
Yeah,
die.
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
Batman. You're so
Yeah,
dumb."
yeah, yeah. I like when he boxes that pillar, like he punches the pillar once. Batman's already moved out of the way, but he is still so locked in that he punches it again.
He's mad,
He's
man.
so mad, bro.
Yeah.
Hunter is right. Batman's voice is way better in that movie than it was
It
in the Dark.
is.
He's a
There,
hundred
there,
percent correct.
there is still some growly parts,
There
but it
was.
is
I was
better.
so sure it was worse, Hunter. I was like, no, you're wrong. And then watched the movie and I was like, oh no, he's way better in this. I think it might be his best because
I think Batman Begins is still
it's
his
somewhere
best.
between. I kind of like, I don't mind the growl, but I like it's more like a low hum growl. He's like
Like,
talking to Selena and it's like, someone has to know. It's like not hockey pads. That's the worst.
I
Like
just
that's
think like at the end when he tells Gordon
I'm thinking of the
like
exact
anyone
same
could be a
scene.
hero even if you put like a coat on his
putting
shoulder.
a coat around you. Yeah, that's
I
messed
think
up.
that would have been better if he just did his normal voice.
I agree. Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
thinking.
Like,
I don't
dude,
like
you
when
just
he gets
stop being like this. Like, shut
yeah.
up.
You know the best Batman line I think in cinema is
Here we go.
Hockey pads?
you got a lot of cats. I love it. Love that line so much.
Oh, and the Batman, yeah.
In the Batman. You
What
got a
is the
lot of
best
cats.
Batman line?
Thumb.
That's I'm telling you.
Thumb drive.
No, there's another
Thumb drive.
there's another thing I do love. You got a lot of cats. I do love that so much.
I love
Is
it
it's
so
his
much.
awkward attempt at trying to create small talk for this girl
Small
that he
talk.
obviously
Yeah.
just fell in love with.
It's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know I got a lot of cats. Yeah,
It's like
but
you
then she
go to
says
like
she says
it's
like
like
a
someone
riddle
goes
or
to
whatever. She
Tyler's house and goes
says,
like, you got a dog.
You got a dog.
what does she say? I have a thing about strays.
I have a
Yeah.
thing for strays, yeah.
What did Batman say? Because the scene cuts after that. I wonder what he said. He
He
just
just
probably
had
went,
like the anime blush lines.
Anyway, yeah.
but he stares a
I'm a
lot. There's a lot
stray.
of scenes where someone says something to him and he doesn't respond. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe she said that and he just went,
Especially at the
just
beginning
didn't
of the
say a
movie.
word.
In the
That
crime scene at the
Slowly
beginning, where he's
broods.
just
Yeah.
looking at all the cops. I think BVS has some good Batman lines. And I know the movie's bad, I know. But I
here we
think
go.
a lot of
Like
Batman lines are good.
what?
Like, breathe it in, that's fear.
Nope.
I'm
What's
gonna
this?
kill you because I'm Batman. I love killing. That one? That's
You're not
good.
brave, men are brave.
But a
That is
lot
a
of
good
these
line.
lines are from The Dark Knight Returns.
That,
Like that
that
line where
specifically is, I think.
that line where he says, "I bet your parents told you you were here for a reason. that you mean something.
Oh
But
yeah,
my
that's a
parents
bad
taught
one.
me a different
A
lesson.
different reason.
Dying in the gutter
for no reason
for
at
no
all.
reason
But
at
that
all.
actually is a line in The Dark Knight Returns, I'm pretty sure. He
Yeah.
thinks that in
Yeah.
that movie, in that book.
But just the whole fight with Superman, like all his lines are just they're pretty good. Like I think
He's
they're
good at shit talking
I
stuff. Like, because
understand.
Superman's like, dude, fucking like chill out. And Batman's like, I'm not gonna do that. And I do think that's funny. I do
yeah.
I
think that
do
their
love
fight.
I
I
do love what Tyler just said when he goes, I understand. Superman just pushes him like a kilometer
Yeah, yeah, he
away.
does for no, and it's like, oh, you,
He was like
they're
4 blocks down.
they're such men, bro. They are like, just solve it with a
no,
conversation.
but
Like,
my
just
favorite
come
part of
on.
that is the part where Superman lands and Batman just goes, "Here I am."
Yeah, he literally
Like,
Here
does
I am.
like
this.
Yeah.
this is all he's lived for. He's like,
Well,
finally, I get to
here
kick
I
the
am.
shit out of this guy. Like he's smiling because he's so giddy about the fact that he gets to beat the shit out of Superman. And Superman's just like, all right, I got to convince this guy to be on my team. Like
The
he's
first
got
thing he
to
says
help
is,
me save my
Bruce,
mom.
please listen.
Yeah.
That just starts attacking.
Awesome. Maybe that movie is good. That movie's
I
definitely
think
funny.
I think
It's
the
funny. It is
dialogue
funny.
is really good
I
for the
think
most
I
part.
do like Men Are Still Good. I like that
Hmm.
whole thing he goes on. I like a Batman who becomes hopeful. So I guess he's got that in common with
What
Devious.
about
Rob.
like, what about like, when I kill you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you. What about that? That's probably my favorite Batman line.
I forgot about
You know what's one of my favorite? Okay, this is another
A
Rob Pattinson one
truce,
though.
Bruce.
The one of
I'm
my
your best
favorite.
friend.
it.
Who's
Was
gonna
good.
give you a reach around?
Disgusting. Sent a boy wonder to do a man's job.
Man's job.
I think one of my favorite lines that he says in the Batman 2 Riddler is when he says like, "You're out of your goddamn mind. You're gonna die here alone, good Arkham. Nobody's
Tyler,
gonna remember you."
I had like 5 seconds of my brain going, is the second Batman movie called the Batman 2 Riddler? I thought that's
The
what you were
Batman 2
calling it. I
Riddler.
was so confused.
He says,
Yeah.
"You think you'll be remembered? You're a pathetic
Yeah.
psychopath begging for attention. You're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
die
You're a
alone in
pathetic
Arkham, a
psychopath.
nobody."
He's just a
And
bully.
isn't that when he's like, no, no?
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
like it really
yeah,
triggers that guy.
It does.
it does, man. Oh man, he
Man,
is a bully.
I really
I
like in
like
that
those
movie.
shoes.
That's
I
hilarious.
really like when Riddler is like, oh no, you didn't figure out the plan. And then when we find out what it was like, how the fuck was he supposed to figure that out? That you're gonna
Yeah,
blow up
like
the seawall and flood it? There was a
yeah,
map under the carpet? Like, come on.
yeah,
So many levels, dude.
Just
Actually, no,
Batman,
the
that
best part
one
of that movie,
cop teaming up.
yeah.
best part of that movie is when they find the Riddler's like YouTube page or whatever, and he's just like, "Hey guys,"
Hey,
guys.
he's just like,
my theater laughed at that all
it's
three
so
times I saw the
funny.
movie.
"Hey
That
guys,
is
what's
awesome.
going on?" Riddler here.
Thank you so much for all your tips on
Thank you. See,
that.
that's awesome.
He is
We're gonna
awesome.
show them
Batman
because
might
he's
be a
like
good character.
he's a
Maybe.
menacing when it begins like when you see him in person, but online he's just trying to get donations.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And he's
Subscribe
got
to the Patreon. Click here
yeah.
to see my video on Gotham. Like,
Fuck, it's good
Batman's
stuff.
Oh,
cool.
man.
I wanna read Batman stuff now.
You want to read
Yeah,
back? I thought
Batman.
you were gonna say I want to subscribe to the Riddler now.
I do. I'll also subscribe to Riddler's Patreon.
Yeah, me
You
too.
Guys.
would.
I would, yeah.
God, we're a bit into this. We haven't talked about any of the news I have written down.
Okay, yeah. The Penguin good.
Penguin's good. Captain America 4 had a new trailer. Captain America Brave New
Okay,
World.
okay.
Oh.
I'll dip out after news. I'm not staying for comics. I haven't read any.
Okay. But Captain America trailer.
Brave New World trailer.
Was it? It was we. I thought it was we. I think I'm in between you. Tyler, you hated it. Hunter, you liked it. I'm like,
No,
yeah,
I
was it
thought it was
random?
good.
hate it. No, I
It was
don't
okay.
hate the trailer. I don't think it looks bad. I think it's selling an interesting looking movie that I think will be a mess. I think this movie has no
Mm.
shot of being anything other than a mess. And
I
so
think it'll be good.
all these different elements and whatnot, I just don't understand how the Red Hulk is going to fit into this. I just cannot wrap my head around it. And I guess I like the aesthetic of Captain America versus the Hulk. It's kind of fun, but
It looks cool, yeah.
genuinely, how's he going to beat him?
They're
Like-
probably gonna have like it's gonna be one of those things where you just have to get close and like stick a syringe into him.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Like here's the cure, go give it to Red
I don't
Hulk.
think
and
they're
you
gonna
have
What
do
to
about
that.
like
get
a
They're
there.
gonna have
gun?
him
What about just
knock
like
him
a
out.
gun or something?
A gun, maybe. I don't, you know what I just don't get? Also, it was very MCU. Is when the woman just went, they come in red now. That is a
Ugh.
Hulk run. Turn around and run. That was the
Yeah, yeah. What do
president five
you?
seconds ago. He's the Hulk now. Run. Like
Yeah.
he's emitting fire from his body. Run away.
Blew up
Um
half the White House.
yeah, I think that looks so silly, that element of it. I don't understand. But I just think the vibe is there for these trailers. It looks like an interesting kind of spy espionage movie.
It looks
I just kind
fast
of hope
paced. I
it's like
like
a
Isaiah
real.
Bradley's role.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, dude, the goat, Doctor Sleep, Dick
Is he?
Halloran.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's also Martian
Hmm.
Manhunter in the cartoons.
Yeah, he's so good. Anyway, um, yeah, I hope it's just like a real hard shift. Like, I hope it's like Winter Soldier level, like
Yeah.
political intrigue, and then it's just out of nowhere Red
The
Hulk,
Hulk.
and we're like,
Yeah.
what?
Good thing
But
though,
it's
we
not
haven't
going to be
seen.
because he's flying around in the big hand,
Aerosmith. Aerosmith. Yeah.
Aerosmith, Aerosmith, yeah. So
Yeah.
Steven Tyler's hand is coming out of the fucking ocean. They're flying, so it's
It's
going to
so
be
dirty.
silly in
Yeah.
some
We haven't
capacity, I
seen a
guess.
menacing Hulk in a long
Oh, the
time, too.
leader is in this movie, isn't
The
he?
leader's in
Yeah.
this movie. He's the one probably pulling all
Oh,
the strings. I like the idea of the MCU Earth kind of going down this direction because of, like, we talk about how Thanos' snap. I love how that affected the world in like Falcon and Winter Soldier, let's say, where like maybe the storyline wasn't as good as it really could have been, but I like the idea of the fact that it's like this. How do you deal with this? Half of the universe just came back 5 years later. How do you deal with that in terms of borders, in terms of like security, in terms of like this person wasn't
no,
here
here
a
we go,
second
Hunter. It's an
ago,
American talking about borders.
and now they're back. And how do you deal with that? I like that a
We
lot.
can't mention him. We can't mention him.
And so I like the idea that the world is getting worse in this because now there's a guy sticking out of it, and like
Mm.
he's got a whole new thing that you can turn into a weapon. And so now all the fucking countries are gonna be fighting over it. I think it's interesting. I like the vibe of it. Again, I just don't know how this is all gonna fit together. I don't see how the puzzle pieces match. I just don't
Which might be a
understand
good
how the
thing.
fuck he's gonna turn into the Hulk. Like I just
Might be
don't
a
get
good
it.
thing.
It's so silly.
And he doesn't, it's not like, I almost said President Biden. It's not like Harrison Ford is like, oh, like he's purposely doing it. Like you see him look at his hand terrified as it's starting to grow and turn red. Like he
Yeah.
looks scared as it's happening. And he's not in control. He's obviously not in control.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
No,
it's
yeah,
like the
obviously.
Hulk persona comes out and everything. This isn't like Bruce Banner. But it
Wait
is
until one of these ones.
It's
mhm.
like if in Captain America, like in Winter Soldier, if Alexander Pierce turned into the Super Skrull from Secret
Super
Invasion,
invasion.
and they
Wow.
had like a stupid CGI fight. Like that's what it feels like in my head, where it's just like you have the kind of they butt heads back and forth of Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross and Sam Wilson, but I don't really need to see them fight about anything physically. Like it's more. I
Yeah.
feel like it's way more interesting if this guy is
You're
the
not
fucking
Steve
boss. Yeah,
Rogers.
exactly. And he can just talk to you like that, and you have to accept it because he's the
Because
president.
he's the
He's
president. Yeah.
I
exactly.
love
He
I
doesn't need to
love
turn into the
like
Hulk.
the growth this podcast has gone from that we get to experience we experienced together when the full moon hits. I almost feel like a stallion again.
Yes.
And now we get him turning into Red Hulk. It's like
Yes.
we live in a utopia for Harrison Ford transforming into monsters, dude.
We
And
have two of them. Yeah. It's
we have two
Yeah,
of them, and that is
two
more
of
than
them now.
enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
That's the
And he actually
third.
looks good. Like we were joking like
It
how
does look, yeah,
No,
Red
the
Hulk
CGI is
looks
good. Yeah, it looks like
CGI
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, but it actually does look good.
Yeah. What about Thunderbolts? What do you think of Thunderbolts?
Yeah, the clip they released.
It was a
Mm.
long fucking.
Yeah,
It was like
it was
four
like a 3 minute
minutes.
including. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks
I think
good.
it looks lit. I think it looks
I
lit,
think it does
yeah.
look a lot of fun.
The
You know what I
color
love?
grading's really good.
You know what I
Mm.
love is that um Red Guardian sees the Winter Soldier and he's like, "Oh my god, it's the Winter Soldier!" Because he's like a
Yeah,
Soviet
yeah,
kid. He's like,
yeah.
it's like Superman. No, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's so cool."
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's sick.
But I do
I
love how he seems like the character that just trying to be cool. Like he doesn't seem
yeah,
he seems out of place, but he's really trying. He's like, don't worry, it's bulletproof. And then they're just like, no, like it's
it's
not
not
bulletproof. Like, put the
bulletproof.
shield up,
Yeah.
put the shield up. He's like, oh, it's
I
kind
I
of like
do. I think I am I am fully on board for this movie just being a collection of characters that we didn't know what else to do with. You know,
it really
Like,
They could
but
have
you
put
know what that
Shang-Chi
is?
here, honestly.
That was the Avengers. When they invented the Avengers, and Kirby and Lee invented, they just were like, oh, well, we don't know what to do with these guys. Put them on a team. I like that kind of idea of throwing a team together. Um, Again, I don't really care that this is the Thunderbolts, but apparently they aren't, or maybe. What do you think? Because I've thought about this a little bit. Obviously, we talk about New Avengers, Dark Avengers. In the movie, it seems like the only one that wants to call them the Thunderbolts is Red Guardian for some reason. And Bucky's like, no, we can't call them that. And maybe that is because of like the fact that Thunderbolt Ross turned into the Red Hulk and blew up the White House. Maybe it's like we can't call them the Thunderbolts because this guy blew up the White House and turned into the Hulk. Maybe that's got something to do with that. But if they introduce them in this movie as the Dark Avengers, and it's actually asterisk Dark Avengers, in the movie they're not going to be the Dark Avengers. They're just going to be.
No.
What if it's asterisk Suicide Squad?
Oh yes, the Suicide Squad.
And they just cop the lawsuit.
There's they don't have bombs in their head. They're not. No one dies.
And we have so much like, money we paid for Margot Robbie to show up as Harley Quinn too, and we will take the lawsuit and we'll win it.
We'll win it. Yeah, because we've got Disney money. That's so funny.
I think Taskmaster is gonna be like whoever the rope guy is.
Slipknot.
Slipknot. Yeah,
Taskmaster Slipknot here.
That's good, so we can get the real Taskmaster, Tony Masters.
Oh, he's the best character ever.
Nerd.
Yes.
Nerd.
He could copy any fights with that. He could have beat Thanos.
He couldn't beat Deadpool because Deadpool's so crazy you can't even copy his fighting style. That's Penguin talking about.
That was a rough time to be on the internet, wasn't it?
Taskmaster is your coworker that kind of knows comic books' favorite character.
Favorite character, yeah. It's Taskmaster, Deadpool, Ghost Rider, and the Punisher.
Yeah. Ghost Rider, 100% Ghost Rider.
I love Ghost Rider.
He's actually the strongest in the universe.
He's actually
what's Ghost Rider's powers? Flaming motorbike.
He's got a skull. He's got a skull head it's on fire and it's sick.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, it is sick.
Leather. That's his power. Leather.
My dad has a Ghost Rider phone case.
But that is a Ghost Rider sticker on our car.
Your dad would have a Ghost Rider phone case. Your dad has a Ghost Rider tattoo. I fucking guarantee it.
No, he doesn't. He should.
Wow.
Better.
He's got a 1990 John Wesley ship as the Flash tattoo, but not Ghost Rider.
I should text him. I'm like, well, what the heck?
Get a Ghost Rider.
Here's a Ghost Rider tattoo.
Yeah,
but he read. Yeah, it does look good. He does.
I was gonna say that in the movie, if they introduced them as the Avengers, she would just introduce them as the Avengers. Is my point? Because in Dark Avengers, that is what they do. Yeah. She wouldn't introduce them as the new Avengers, but she wouldn't introduce them as we have the Dark Avengers.
I can see you're introducing them as the Avengers, and they're all being like, "What?"
They're like, "Oh, we are okay." Yeah, I think that's what they would.
We should start the petition for a shot-for-shot remake of the end of Fan 4 Stick. But with like Sebastian Stan being it's real rainy out there. I think I just saw a thunderbolt, and fucking Taskmaster goes, "Say that again."
How good would that be?
It's a thunderbolt.
I think I just saw like any
not lightning, not thunder, just
not lightning, a thunderbolt.
That'd be something that like Red Guardian would say, "Hey, thunderbolt."
It's a thunderbolt. Say that again.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We see.
It'll be good. It actually will be fun though.
You know what I watched the other day? I watched Robert Downey Jr. be announced as Doctor Doom. I forgot that was a thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a real.
What if season 3?
Oh yeah, that is news. That's right. Storm.
Is Storm going to be voiced by whoever voices Storm in '97? Because that's the only way this makes sense to me. But okay, that's kind of cool.
It is weird though. This is the first real time the MCU is going to do an X-Men thing.
Beast was in Marvels.
No, Beast and
Deadpool Wolverine, I know,
Doctor
but like
Strange.
Interacting with the Marvel MCU universe.
Like Charles Xavier to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like Charles Xavier did to Doctor Strange
or Beast to Monica Rambeau.
I forgot about Doctor Strange. That's true. He did do that. I forgot he was in a movie. He got his neck snapped.
Scarlet murked him.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of count Deadpool to Jon Favreau.
I still think it's weird though. It's kind of out of nowhere, I feel.
Yeah, it is. Like, we're doing Storm now? It's all these MCU characters.
What if the Marvel Zombies show having Blade in it?
Yes, that is confirmed.
Blade as a Moon Knight?
Yep.
What? That's so.
Is it Mahershala Ali?
No,
it's not.
It's actually out.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, he's
I
never
thought it
played that.
would be, but it's not.
Wesley Snipes was so right, dude.
Yeah,
It
it's
feels
almost a
like
citation,
such a
but
what a fucking like actually
Feels
what a
like an
fucking
easy movie to
fumble.
make.
You could
Yeah.
have had Mahershala Ali as Blade. That would be so cool.
If they make it
Oh
now,
man.
though, 100%, it has to be R-rated after Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Throw away all of the guidelines. Do something different and cool.
hmm
You know,
And it doesn't have to be connected to much.
yeah,
Like,
I have faith in a Blade movie starring Mahershala Ali. Of course I do, because that is very good casting. It just doesn't feel like it should be that fucking difficult to come up with a story for it.
I was just trying to find a way to put Kit Harington in.
There's like 5 Blade comics. Just pick one.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
he looks a little. I don't know. I don't like the mask, but I think it is cool.
It's a great movie. What do you mean? Jim Carrey it's your boy. It's in that.
Yeah, I know. I like Jim Carrey, but I don't know. I feel like he does some inappropriate things in that.
He does some inappropriate things in real life too. We don't need to get into it.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's not the
Green
right man, so
Lantern
it's okay.
Corps comic book.
What?
They're
Oh
making
yeah,
a
they
Green
announced the Green Lantern Corps
Hunter.
comic book series. So this
All
is
right.
they're doing a site. Hey, we're still in news.
Is more news. Is more news.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Since Rebirth, we had two Green Lantern series, but then they both got canceled.
Yes.
Now we're back to having two Green Lantern series. One is going to be about Hal Jordan. Green Lantern Corps is going to be written by Jeremy Adams and someone else that I can't remember. Do you have
This
it?
Isn't Jeremy Adams also writing Green Lantern Corps?
Yes, he is going to be assisting on Green Lantern Corps. Little weird. Green Lantern Corps, they described it as only the human lanterns. They didn't say
Oh.
the others, which a hot take. I think it's okay that there's many human Green Lanterns. Yeah, that's
that looks so cool.
yeah, they
That is one of the
the
best statues just on a pure like
yeah, and when
you know
they
whenever they
open
reveal a statue of like a basketball player and you go,
their
who the
faces
fuck
like
is that? Yeah,
yeah.
like that is a real dude and it's not even a real dude. It's crazy
So
good.
when they announced this book, they unveiled a John Stewart Green Lantern statue somewhere in the States. I don't know where
Sick, yeah.
exactly, but it looks really good. That's probably
It
like the
looks
best statue I've
so
seen.
yeah, that's what I mean. Remember like that Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever the fuck that
Yes.
dude's name is, and it was just like he looks like a Pennywise creation, like his face is all
Very
fucked
rarely
up.
here,
He's
right?
like,
There's a Wayne Gretzky statue in my city, and I think it looks all right. But
hey,
yeah,
from
this
Epic Rap Battles.
from Epic Rap
Nice.
Battles, yeah. But yeah, this John Stewart one is like it's really good. And then when they unveiled it, they're like, yeah, we're doing Green Lantern core book with John Stewart, Guy Gardner, just crew of seven baz, all the Human Lanterns, including Team Lantern, which okay, that's
You gotta
fine.
do. You gotta. The character exists. You gotta do something. Won't
I
you?
guess, yeah, they're doing something. But Hal isn't on the covers, but Hal will be involved because Hal and Carol are the leads of Green Lantern, just by
Mhm.
Jeremy Adams.
And Carol's about to be on the Justice League too.
Yeah, Carol's gonna be on Justice League, which I'm so excited for. But
Yes,
yeah,
weeks.
it's a good time for Lantern fans right now. Which
Yeah.
I'll talk about the
Um,
latest issue later.
they announced another comic book I think is hilarious.
You didn't
This
tell
is
me this.
called. It's called One World Under Doom Red Hulk. Red Hulk rages into One World Under Doom. Thunderbolt Ross, in a cell deep below the ground, is a prisoner of Doctor Doom, and he is not alone. Brilliant military, criminal, political minds have been gathered there against their will in a prison complex that serves as a think tank to help Doctor Doom carry out his global plan for domination. But Red Hulk has other plans. They're doing a Red Hulk and Doctor Doom book for some reason.
Yeah, that probably comes out February, like right around
Because
the
of the
movie.
movie, yeah.
Yeah,
And they're also
yeah.
releasing a Sam Wilson Captain America book where he fights the Red Hulk. I wonder why.
Oh my God.
Yes, that is crazy to me.
Sam
Anyway.
Wilson book makes sense, but he has to fight the Red Hulk in that. The Red Hulk's
It's
probably
integral.
not the main villain of this movie.
You don't think so? You think
It's
it's a
gonna be
leader?
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. Well, yes. He's the one pulling the strings.
I
Yeah.
feel like me sitting back here right now, like this, is how you guys perceive me, like
Watching a
sitting through a movie, just so I can give that
Yes. Yeah.
7 out of 10.
I'll understand because that'll be me watching Sonic 3. I'll be
It
so
insists
critical of that
upon
movie and I'll
itself.
go.
They
I'll
didn't
still give it
kill the
5
kid
stars.
hard enough.
It insists upon itself.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
they didn't shoot her as many times as they should have. I'm afraid she's gonna die from an explosion instead of just getting shot, but we'll see.
I think,
You
yeah,
think an
that makes. I
explosion's
think
less violent?
than
I think
being
it,
shot, yeah, like because
yeah,
then you can just cover someone with rubble and they can like,
I guess, but like the implication of just just seeing a little girl blow the fuck up is way
No,
different, I
but she
think.
wouldn't get blown up. Like it would be like
I
a
think they'll just
Transformers
like
movie where like
yeah,
someone gets cartwheeled through the air and then they're just on the ground hurt, but then she dies.
But she
yeah,
gets shot like in the head, right?
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is a bit
Like in the
rough.
face too, because they go and she turns around and the fire happens. So
But I know that you won't be happy if it's anything other than a shot for shot recreation.
yeah, it better be a shot for shot recreation.
But like
No.
maybe they'll just fucking do it. Like what money are they gonna lose from that? They're not gonna lose any kids. Kids are gonna think that's sick.
Yeah,
They're gonna think that's true.
So so they should just do it, I think.
I think they should too, but we'll see. I'm a little nervous. See, there was an article saying like Sonic fans are happy that Sonic is homeless still.
What?
They released a Sonic comic this week, and they said in the description, like fun facts on Sonic characters, and there's like Sonic's from a place called Green Hill Zone, and people were so angry because Sonic's supposed to be a homeless person, to the point that
Oh.
Sega came out and made a description be like, that was a printing error. We're sorry. Sonic is
We're
still
taking it back. We're
homeless.
taking it back. We're taking the
Can
job
you
away.
guys
Sorry.
confirm if this is true?
It is
Yeah,
true.
it is. You
That is
go
exciting. I will see it for that. That's
here,
on the
no,
list.
Harper, I'll send you the
Oh, there
link.
is a clip.
Yeah, there is a clip. It's really bad.
Jar Jar. Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar.
It's so stupid.
It's Hugh Grant making it in Heretic. Heretic was
He's giving
okay.
What are you calling it? It's called Heretic.
I'm calling it
Heretic.
Hereditary.
Come
What did he call it?
on.
Heretic.
Yeah, I
What
said
did he call
heretic.
it?
Oh
I said
my
heretic.
fucking god, man.
Heretic, dude. Come on.
But it's like you haven't heard these words before, Hunter.
No,
You've never seen that word before.
never. It's
Heretic.
Hunter, it's almost like through some cosmic rift in time when you came to Australia, I was your teacher and I just failed you.
well, yeah. My teacher was named Mr. Harper. So wait.
Whoa. My name's
Um,
Josh, so that doesn't really work.
yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
all
so
Mr.
it probably wasn't then. Yeah.
We got a trailer for Fantastic, or not trailer. Sorry, no, I lied. We got a synopsis for Fantastic Four. That'd be crazy if I was like, oh, by the way, Fantastic Four trailer just dropped. It reads, set against the vibrant backdrop of a 1960s inspired retro futuristic world, Fantastic Four introduces the blah 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 as they face their most daunting challenge yet. Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond. They must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer. And if Galactus's plan to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. It just
That's a
sounds like a
silly,
Fantastic Four
silly
movie.
final line, isn't it? It
Yeah,
just
I
It
don't think it
suddenly
means
gets
much.
very. What does that mean, though?
I think
Can
it
I-
gets very personal because he's gonna eat the Earth.
Yeah.
When I read that, I thought of Jaws the Revenge
Oh,
because
Which one is that? Is that?
that's the fourth one where the shark follows
Oh,
Ellen
it's
Brody to the Bahamas because it's trying to kill the Brody family, and the tagline for that movie is "This time it's personal."
is that This is personally going after them.
They could do.
Do you
Is that the
know
one
who's
with
in that
Michael Caine?
movie?
They could do
That is the
Galactus
one with
and
Michael
Yeah,
Caine.
okay, I
Yeah,
have seen that one. Never
where
mind.
it attacks
do
him on
the-
the plane. He goes, "Oh bloody hell!"
They could do the Galactus mouth chomp and the Fantastic Four ship. That could be the trailer or the poster for Fantastic Four, right? Like
It's
Jaws.
Galactus with his mouth open. It's planet Earth
That-
above.
Honestly,
Yeah. Oh yes,
honestly,
Planet
it's
Earth.
kind
Yeah,
of
there you
hard.
go.
That's
That would
kinda
go
hard.
hard, actually. That would be pretty good. That's probably
I'm
a
excited
cover
for it.
already.
They're
I'm excited
Hunter,
too.
Ralph.
Hunter, you're a fucking
Ineson-
liar. I got $47.90. You're full of it. You don't know
What?
how. You do not understand how it works.
I thought that's what What?
Ralph
Okay, hold
Ineson
You're
on.
fine. You're
posted
fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take
a.
it.
Are you sure? It said
Hunter's
that.
address. That is not your address. That's your old address.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to give you my new address.
Oh my God, I just saw the
You'll
thing
send all
again.
those bombs like you usually do.
Yeah.
Emailing
I
me
can't believe you
bombs
did
and
that.
puzzles to disarm them.
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't
Okay, is that the last piece of news?
Well, I was gonna say no, but also real quick, Ralph Ineson posted a picture I saw where they got wrap gifts, and it was they were bomber jackets, and they had like a little what is it called, a little thing on it, and it was a picture of a spaceship, and it said Storm Grim Richard Storm, and in the middle it said Excelsior, and it's cool.
Oh,
Oh,
that
that's
is
nice.
cool.
Yeah, I like that.
The last thing, James Gunn said, Superman trailer one day in the future, maybe." And that's pretty much it.
He said it's finished. It's on his hard drive. It's ready to go, but they're just waiting a bit. I'm
Yeah,
guessing December.
Honestly, I would kind of be scared to see what else is on James Gunn's hard drive.
I would too.
Heyo.
I
at
put on my
Comic-Con,
hard.
he said he
He'd be
said
like,
the
"Hey
most
guys,
nothing.
Superman trailer right on this USB drive. This is my USB drive from 2009."
Wrong one. Just jokes. Just a terrible, just a USB drive of terrible jokes.
Yeah.
And pictures from that party. But
Yeah.
not
From that party, yeah.
Other parties. He said at Comic-Con the most nothing answer when the dude asked if there's gonna be a Superman trailer. He said, it won't be too early, but it won't be like too soon. Or it won't be too soon, but it won't be too late or whatever.
Nothing.
And so yeah, that could be anytime. But I think I would bet near Christmas. Around Christmas.
Yeah, it'll probably honestly
On Christmas
with Sonic 3.
of Sonic 3. You think so?
I think it's possible. Because also Lion King comes out that week.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Mufasa one.
Nosferatu.
The Lion King's a Disney movie.
Oh yeah, maybe not with that then.
Maybe it'll launch with Nosferatu.
Because that
Is it a Warner
comes on
Bros.
Christmas
Big
Day for some
crossover.
reason.
Yeah,
Is it a
big
Warner Brothers
crossover
movie?
fans
No, it's
there.
it's like it's a lot. It's what is it? Universal? Oh,
Yeah, I think it's Universal.
Shit.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. I think around Christmas. I could buy him dropping it on Christmas Day.
What's the next
He seems like
Warner
that
Bros.
type of-
movie? Is Wicked the next Warner Bros. movie?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
this week.
Is Wicked a Warner Brothers movie?
Yeah.
So yes, then.
Yeah.
So it's this week, guys.
Superman trailer this Friday. Let's go. Woo!
Yeah, here we go. That is
Honestly,
it for news.
But I could
believe.
buy him waiting until like the Super Bowl, like February or so.
Yeah,
I could see that. I think that's when we'll probably get Fantastic Four trailer.
yeah, February. That makes sense.
So anyway,
Okay,
that is
well,
the
thank you,
news.
Harper.
Thank
Um,
you. It's been a good one.
What are you gonna do now?
I have
Cry some more.
no idea. I'm gonna might eat some food. Might have some salmon.
You want to just
Ooh,
hang out with us here?
Salmon, as
Well,
Hunter
what
says.
are you guys talking about? Comic books?
Green Lantern
Yeah.
comics.
Your
Okay,
favorite
I'll see
thing.
you guys at some point.
Hey,
I'll
you
either-
want to
look-
read my message out loud?
What one?
The one when I send you money.
No, because the listeners wouldn't hear it anyway. Okay, I'll see you guys either next week or never again.
It'll be next. Oh,
mean,
easy.
It might be next week, but
It's
know what?
probably gonna be next week. I don't know
I
if
mean, I
anything's
hope I
coming
see him
out.
again. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the last time I see him. He's just crying his eyes out before.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
wanna
we'll
talk
see.
you want to talk about Green Lantern first?
Yeah. I just want to say it is really good. You
What
should
issue
catch
are
up.
we at?
17. Or
17, fuck.
this might have been 18,
Man, what-
actually. Hold on. I'll
But I'm
pull it up
reading
here.
too many comic books, Hunter. You gotta give me some time. I'm doing a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
was
shit.
gonna ask, did something happen in America recently
Not that I could think of. No, why?
that made you like, I guess for lack of better terms, obey?
Obey. Oh my gosh, what do you mean by that, bud?
Because I'm just like, hey, you should read Green Lantern. You're like, I'm gonna do that, I think. And then I'm like, you should read One Piece. And you're like, yeah, I think I will. And Harper's like, you should read The Shining. You're like, yeah. And I said, you should watch Fox Mafia. And you're like, yeah, I will. Like, and you're
Yeah.
actually doing these things.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm a good goddamn friend. And every time I recommend something, everyone sleeps on it until they eventually get to it by themselves, and then they
Yeah.
glaze it. But when you
Absolute
guys
power.
recommend something, god damn it, I will go out of my way. I will read it or I will fucking watch it. And
Yeah,
I
because
do-
you
and
have been.
I do that. All right.
Okay.
But I just have so much shit to get to, but feel like before I catch up on Jeremy Adams, Green
Green
Lantern.
Yeah, like I'm not saying like
Yeah.
you have
I mean,
to
I
read it
bought
right
this
now. It is
today.
very good.
I don't know why I bought this today. I bought Kelly Thompson's Birds of Prey.
It looks
I
good.
heard it's awesome, and I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna read it instead of Green Lantern for now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm
Yes.
gonna spoil some things reading that term.
Yeah.
I didn't put this in the chat because I didn't want JD to see because he said that he is going to catch up. He's only 4 or 5 issues behind, but he said it's really good. But man, they're doing some cool stuff.
So I heard
They
there's
what?
a new ring.
There is, yeah. There's a sadness ring, sorrow, the silver lantern,
Ooh.
and there's not much on it. It just happened, but there's a guy in this book that Paul is in this book from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh my god, is I remember when I probably jumped off the book that Carol was engaged and Hal was trying to get
To
back.
another guy, just
You're
another
telling
guy.
me that Hal actually like did it, and now
Yeah, he
that's
did.
oh my
So
god,
just like Spider-Man and Mary Jane,
what a
like
dog.
Carol and Hal, they're meant to be, but Carol's engaged to another guy.
Yeah.
And Hal came back to Earth after being gone for like 5 years or something because he hasn't seen Carol in forever. Since I guess early New 52,
It
I think was the last
was.
time they hung out.
Is she not in Helen Pals?
She's at the last issue, and then Grant Morrison's Green Lantern retcons it.
Yeah. Does it retcon it or does it just not show up?
He doesn't talk about it once, and in this book they say that Carol and Hal have been together for years and years and years. So
Interesting. Okay.
it kind of it's like they haven't seen each other in years and years and years. And I feel like Grant Morrison's wasn't that long. So they haven't been together in a while. So Hal comes back to Earth and he just thinks everything's gonna be normal. So he's just like,
Yeah.
hey Carol, like, hey babe, what's up? Kind of thing. But Carol's engaged to someone else because it's been forever. Someone that she works with who's another pilot. So and he thinks that Hal's a little like just kind of like a show off. He's like, oh, this hothead, who cares? Like I'm with Carol. Anyways, long story short, Hal gets Carol back. Carol falls in love with him again, but it happens on the altar. Like Carol's on the altar with this
Oh
new
my
guy,
gosh.
and then she leaves because she keeps thinking of Hal constantly, and she's like so convoluted. And Hal's dying, and she knows Hal's dying. So then suddenly the Star Sapphire ring comes to her because she's thinking of love.
Oh, instead of her actual witness.
Yeah, yeah. So it kind of makes sense. It's not like she just runs out like the Star Sapphire ring comes to her, and then she sees where Hal is, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She flies off.
Damn.
So
That's embarrassing.
it is. So the way the Sorrow Ring works, as far as we know, is it is the wedding band that this guy had. Spencer, I think his name is. Spencer's wedding band turns silver and turns into the Sorrow Ring, and he becomes a Silver Lantern.
He's the first guy that this ever happened.
This is only like we only know like maybe 4 pages max that he's been on,
Oh, it's
and
like
it's new. This is
this
like fresh too.
just
So
happened.
yeah, so we don't know much on him at all. All we know is if he goes near people, his if his light hits you, you become depressed.
Oh,
So that's kind of all we know about
interesting.
it so far. And he can fly and everything too.
I
But
do have to catch up. I do
yeah,
love
this
Green.
whole story
I
arc
love
so
Green
far
Lantern.
is like the emotional spectrum's being all weird where it can affect you in certain ways. So like if a red light hits you, you become angry and you become like full of yourself kind of thing.
Yes.
If a yellow light hits you, you become fear and everything. But you don't become a yellow lantern. You're still a green lantern. Just you have that emotion constantly. And red affected Mogo, the living planet,
Oh no.
who's a Green Lantern. So it
Yes.
became the Death Star and it was just blowing up planets. And then Sinestro is has been a Red
Or the
Lantern
Death
for
Egg.
yeah, or the good reference. Or the Death Egg too.
Or the Death
But
Egg.
because
Fair
they
enough.
had to copy Star Wars. But Sinestro as a Red Lantern, he comes down and he takes the light away and just absorbs it into his red ring. And then he passes out and saves him. But the big thing in this is because the emotional spectrum's going crazy and everything, like it's like there's no more power battery except for one Green Lantern left. And it's like this light needs to go somewhere. So Kyle's been going around catching all this light here. And he's just been like a rainbow lantern. Like the colors have been going crazy. He can barely function because he's carrying all this. But in this issue, thank God he went back to being a white lantern
I see.
after however long, but like he
10
just
years?
absorbed it all and became white
Is it
again.
10 years or
What?
so since he was a
No,
White
it was
Lantern?
in Rebirth. I mean,
Oh, it
it
was
happened
pre-rebirth.
before
Okay.
like
It was
Blackest
in
Night,
New
but he
52.
yeah, he was white throughout all of New 52. And then in Rebirth, he went back to green. So like 2017, he went back to green.
Yeah, it was but the thing is it felt like that was the natural progression for him as a character. Like
Yeah,
when he was Green Lantern again, it kind of just felt like, all right, well, like but he's better than this.
yeah. And it's
You
cool to
know?
have like, hey, not every human needs to be green.
Yeah, and Kyle Rayner's like a fully fledged, thought out 3D character now. So it's like
Yeah.
yeah, he
And
doesn't
he's
need to
like,
just be the 90s Green Lantern. You know, he's
yeah.
still evolving as a character.
Yeah, and as soon as it happens, he flies off into danger and people see him too, and it looks cool.
That looks cool, yeah.
So it's like, okay, you are developing. The Green Lantern Corps comic series was announced, and on the covers, he's a Green Lantern. But I'm thinking that's just for the covers, and when it actually releases, it's gonna be white.
I
I
hope.
hope so. It would suck if
Yeah,
he's only white
I'll
for this
catch
one
up.
arc.
I do love Green Lantern a
I
lot.
love the lore, so I think the
I'm
emotional spectrum's
rereading New
so cool.
Frontier as well, and Hal's like, main character of that as well. And
Hmm
god damn, I fucking love Hal Jordan, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
He
I
is
wish he
awesome.
wasn't cast
He's
as
just
an old man, but
he wish he wasn't 90. He's just a good character, like when you just read a comic book about a really good character, and he's just like,
yeah.
man, this guy has depth and he's kind of
Yeah.
funny. He's also a douche, but like he's likable and he gets the
Hmm.
job done and he's a good guy.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it is that easy. And Hal Jordan is complicated, I guess. He's not like a simple character a lot.
No, he's very
Um,
complicated.
and but I also don't like when people compare him. He's just like, I guess on the Justice League, comparing them to the Avengers, he's the Tony Stark ish one, but he's not.
Personality a
Yeah,
little
he's
bit,
not
maybe.
that at all though. Like
He's like
he,
Thor,
he's
power wise.
he. I think it's just hard to describe him, but he's a good character. I like him a lot.
He is. I like that he's Super Saiyan. Like he's so powerful in this
Yes,
in
he's
the comics, and I
so.
like that. He is the strongest member in the Justice League, I would say.
No, he's not. But
I
for
think he's stronger than Superman for sure.
no, he's just not though. Hal is the most driven guy though. You know what I mean? It's like nothing
Yeah,
can stop it. It's what willpower is clearly, but it's like if he sets his mind to something, it will get done.
yeah,
And that's
exactly.
because like he's got a lot to prove, I feel.
Yeah,
His
I
dad
mean,
blew up when he was a little kid. so
yeah, he watched
so
his
he wants
dad
to prove
die.
to his dad that he's actually pretty cool or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at the start of Rebirth, he doesn't have a ring, and he forges a ring in a cave with his own will.
Yeah, they had that glove for a while. I hated that
Yeah.
glove.
And then he uses it to make like a hammer and he forges the ring back. That's so powerful that in Rebirth, when he loses it and Kyle puts it on, it like overcharges him and it's like burning his hand
Yeah.
because
I
it's so
loved
powerful.
I know it was like 5 seconds, but the early rebirth status quo of Green Lantern where like Sinestro had taken over the universe and it was all ruled by fear.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that
cool.
should just be like a status quo for a while.
Yeah, like
I
even
would buy that
after
as
that.
like I think that should be the status quo starting in the movies and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that'd be really cool.
that would be cool. There's
Like if
no
Sinestro
Yellow
just rules
Lanterns
just
right
runs the universe
now.
already.
Yeah, that would be cool. In this run, there's no more Yellow Lanterns because they blew up the power battery. So Sinestro just focused on his anger of that and became red. So
Oh,
like, okay, no yellow, I'll just get a different ring. So
Sinestro could do I bet Sinestro could go white as well.
I mean, he did, but so did Batman. But yeah, I think he could
True.
stay white for a while
Yeah.
because he
Like
has been on a lot of different
Sinestro's also
court.
another good character. They have a good rivalry, the two of them.
Yeah,
Hal and Sinestro.
what's her name?
What, his daughter?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
she dates Kyle for a little bit.
I almost said Sinestra. that's that's not
God, what's
it.
her name? And then they break up, and she burns the yellow lantern into his chest,
Do you like how
like the symbol.
he's got a son now as well? Sin son? And he's hanging out with
Since
Zod's kid?
yeah, I'm not reading Sinister Sons, but I
Yeah.
like that.
Soranik.
It's with the God, I used to know my Yellow Lantern so well. It's the
Soranik is the
bookkeeper.
one.
Zornik is the daughter, yeah. His
Yeah.
Sinister's wife is insane, her origin story.
Hmm.
In a nutshell, I'm just gonna tell the audience real quick. This will only take less than a minute. His Sinister's wife is a woman from another planet that was obsessed with like ancient documents of the history of the universe. And they would have these books that when you read it, like it implants into your mind as like a memory, so then you experience that. And she went insane reading all these that she took all these history books. I'm remembering this slightly wrong, but what I remember correctly, she took all this dark history of the universe. She locked herself in a dungeon for like years, and they found her. They went to the dungeon, they opened the door, and they found her eating the pages.
Oh.
And that's why she has script all over her body. Like you can see like ancient script across her, like in Dune.
Dude, yeah.
But she was going insane. Like she locked herself in the dungeon. She read everything, and she started eating the books. I'm like, that is insane. And
Yuck.
Sinestro fell in love.
Yeah. Because he's also crazy. Because he looks like the devil and his name is Sinister. Oh.
So,
So
yes, I guess it is Sinister. Oh,
so hey, I do love Sinestro though. I always love that also it's just his name is Thal. His last name is
yeah,
Sinestro. It's fucking
Thal
amazing.
Sinestro.
Yeah.
Isn't
Um
Black Adam similar? It's like
Teth Adam.
10th Adam, and they're friends too.
They are friends. God, it would be fucking insufferable to be in a room with the two of them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I
Just the two
mean,
of them talking about anything. Oh
it's
my
what
god. Until you
Sinestro New
break up.
52 is about. Black
Yeah.
Adam's like the secondary protagonist in that thing.
That's
If
fucking
only
awesome.
DC would remember that. that at the end of
Who did
Sinestro New
Sinestro?
52, Sinestro gifted Black Adam a Yellow Lantern ring, and
Oh,
then it's never been
who
brought
did
up.
Sinestro kill in Forever Evil? Did he kill the Green Lantern, the Power Ring character?
Yeah, he cut his arm off.
Right. That's a good Sinestro story as well.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, he's
is.
not in it a whole lot, but he's good in that story.
He makes a construct of a buzz saw.
Yes, he does.
Which
I
is
do like
brutal.
Sinestro. He's cool.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think Green Lantern's like
I'll
I'm
catch up
all
on
in
it.
on DC, all in Green Lantern. So
I will catch up on it one of these days. I
yeah, no
think.
rush, no rush. You gotta catch up on all of One Piece first.
Yes, I do. I have a lot in front of me. I have 1,000
Yes,
and 100 to go.
I'm in the 600s now, so we'll
Jesus
get there.
Christ. I don't know how you're doing it. Absolute Batman came out.
Yes, and I
Good
did read it.
stuff. You didn't read it?
It was as good as issue one.
Yes, actually, I would say. It's
Okay.
just fucking sick. It's just Batman looks cool and he does cool shit, and then there's like character moments, and you go, "Oh, he's
Mm.
actually like a likable character as well." And then in this issue, we see all of his buds. We see like the Riddler and Penguin, and
Oh, he like hangs out with them. They know he's
yes,
Batman,
I think yes. I don't know. I see there's sentences that imply that they do. I
such
don't
as.
think they actually do. Oh, maybe I just read this wrong, or maybe I read it too quickly. Um, but yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. He looks cool. Man, he looks so fucking sick. Look at him.
He
His
does look
little
cool,
tiny head.
yeah. I will read it. I've been
I would
busy.
buy a figure of this Batman, I think.
Oh, there will be figures and
I will
merch and
buy the
everything.
first one that comes out.
I might buy a
We get
Superman one.
we
I
get
like
the
the
dump
Superman design
trunk.
a lot.
The
Yeah,
Batmobile.
the Batmobile. Is there a name for it?
Not yet.
It's probably just the
It's
Batmobile.
yeah. It's good stuff. And next issue we're going to be introduced to Selena. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. I did
Um
hear about that.
you read Superman? But you weren't here when we talked about it though.
Absolute Superman I did.
Yeah. No, what'd you think of it?
Oh yeah, I thought it was the one I was most excited for. I think I liked it the least. I still liked it. I just think I'm gonna continue it too. I just thought it was a lot of setup and not much payoff really
Yeah,
until the
I
last
like
two pages.
see what I like about it is I hate to say that it's kind of Henry Cavill-esque,
It
but
is.
I like when Superman was invented, he was like they call him the champion of the oppressed. And his
Hmm.
job was that he like helped everyone that was being fucked over by someone bigger than them.
Yeah.
And in this, it's like that is what this Superman has dedicated himself to. He goes around, he helps people that are like he's chasing this one company that's fucking over a lot of workers everywhere in the world. And he just helps them where he can. And I like that a lot. And I like
Hmm.
that it's one of those things where it's like even when he's not Superman, he's always going to find the will to do good, you know,
Hmm.
and help people.
It is very Man of Steel, like the beginning where he's just doing odd jobs, and then if something bad happens, he'll save them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like he's more
He's a
burdened,
nomad.
obviously, than regular Superman because like he's not the metatextual reason that this universe exists like regular
Yeah.
Superman is. Like he's not the literal center of this world.
Yeah. It's like, fuck.
So I like just a Superman that exists without that. Because like Superman has even he's invincible, but he also has the fact that the
Superman.
universe is about him protecting
Yeah.
him, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Like he's got the meta protection of the fact that he's the main character. But this
Yeah.
Superman does not have that meta protection. I think that's what does that look like? You know, it's like a Superman where it's like things will not go good. Things will not go right. I like that. It's interesting.
It is cool, yeah.
Uh G.I. Joe, you didn't read this.
No, I
200,000
didn't.
issues sold. Really cool wraparound cover.
Oh, look at
Um,
that. It's Cobra Commander and Roadblock and
yes, and
Snake
how
Eyes
about who's
and
that? Who's that guy?
that is the Cobra Commander's buddy. Oh God, I drew him the other day. It's oh my God,
Duh.
I don't remember.
Destro.
Yes.
How about this? Who's that?
That is it's not hold on, don't tell me. It's not Scarlet, it's the other
No,
one.
it's not Scarlet. Scarlet had her own book written by Kelly Thompson. Very good.
Did you read it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's weird that I like look at these characters every day because I work
And you don't know their
at
fucking
Hasbro.
names.
And I don't know their names at
The
all. You're gonna say it.
Baroness.
Yes, the Baron. I was gonna say you're gonna
How
say
about
it. And
that?
I'm gonna. That's Duke.
That's Duke. There we go. That's Duke.
Yeah.
Duke had
Yeah,
his
I
own
knew
book, of
Duke.
course, as well. This is the same artist that was on Duke.
Is Snake
Um,
Eyes involved or Storm
no, Snake
Shadow?
Eyes, we have not. Storm Shadow's in Scarlet.
Okay.
Snake Eyes, though, we have still not introduced in this universe yet, which
Interesting. I wonder why they're
I think
waiting.
that
He's like
is
their
interesting.
cash. He's like that.
Yeah,
That is their best character.
but I think that's why he's not here yet. I think when it happens, it's
They're
gonna
hyping him
be
up. Yeah.
maybe they'll introduce him like in the story. You know what I mean? Like,
It'll be like a last page kind of thing of one of the
yeah,
issues.
I honestly thought that was gonna be the last page of this was gonna be Snake Eyes. It's not.
Okay.
But basically, Cobra and GI Joe are fighting over Energon from the Transformers, and so
Oh, cool.
they're trying to make Energon weapons, and they're fighting over that, and it's cool.
Okay.
It's good stuff. And when
That's
the
it.
Transformers GI Joe crossover happens, I will be there no matter what.
It's good that it's selling well. I'm really happy about
Yeah,
that.
the Energon universe is. I mean, comic books in general are selling very well right now.
It's weird. Yeah, there's like a
Energon
comic
especially is really
renaissance.
cool. Speaking of a comic that's selling well, because I broke my streak and I finally bought Amazing Spider-Man after
Uh,
2 years of not buying Amazing Spider-Man, which is the longest I ever have gone without reading it since I started reading comic
was this
books.
good? I saw the suit.
Was it good?
So Peter gets a new suit that looks like
Yeah, it
sorcerer
looks like
spider.
garbage.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't like it.
Oh, Insomniac's just like
Yeah, no,
we're
that's
gonna
funny. They
put
got
that
that
in the
guy. They got the
game.
Insomniac guy to do it. I really only bought this not because I really cared about the future of Amazing Spider-Man, but I'm just so interested in this Doom story that's
Mhm.
building. So, I mean, there's fun moments where like Doom goes to Spider-Man. He's like, I got a task for you. And Spider-Man's just like, you know what? I'm going to stick up for myself right now and like go fuck yourself because I don't like you. Like you're the worst guy in this universe. And of course, I'm not going to do a job for you and go away. And I hate you. And then Doom's like, "Ugh," and he leaves. And Spider-Man's like, okay. That was pretty scary. Like it's Dr. Doom.
I like that.
Um, Aunt May does the typical Aunt May thing of asking when Peter's going to get his life together.
Yeah,
Spider Boy's in this fucking issue.
I saw that he was in it. And doesn't Peter like like just like trauma dump on him?
Yes. Oh yeah. But he's like, Peter can't have a life of Spidey stopping crimes. Who is Spider-Man if Peter gets any wins? Trust me. Can you trust the news anymore when AIs are on cell phones? What's a covenant? And then Spider Boy goes, Is this like a test? I thought we were just training. Like, what are you talking about? And he goes, Oh, so you have no thoughts on my existential crisis? And
We
Spider
have
Boy just
10 or
goes,
something.
I'm 10, man. I'm 10. 10 years old, you fuck.
I don't
I hate
is Spider-Boy a good character?
No, I hate Spider Boy. I also hate this book that they're making, which is Super Sons, but it's Kid Pool and Spider Boy. That is, if you ever listen, I
That's
know again,
real. Oh,
if there's yes, there's a real book that they're fucking making. There's a real
I
comic book.
thought
If you ever, if you went through the last couple weeks and for some reason you thought, okay, maybe the world's in a good place. If you ever want to remember that, no, we're not. They're making a Kid Pool and Spider Boy comic. Kid Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah, it's like his
Not
grand
even
debut.
not even regular Kid Pool, who is a character in the comics.
It's like
So
the
strange.
one from the movie who had
It's Ryan
one
Reynolds'
line.
daughter,
Yeah.
and then there's the
It,
Captain America thing right there as well. Yeah.
Who's writing Kidpool and Spider-Boy?
Jonathan Hickman. No,
Okay.
Christopher Yost. Imagine if it was Jonathan Hickman. It's like Scott Snyder makes his return to Marvel.
Tom King has joined Marvel.
Spider, Dead. Oh my god,
You got
Kid
this. You got
Pool
this.
and Spider Boy.
I saw Tom King's writing a book recently. No one's gonna buy this. What's
I
he
actually,
writing right now?
What's coming out? You mean, or was he writing literally right now?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's the
Black Canary.
no.
Black Canary looks sick, by the way. I will
Oh,
read Black Canary.
come
You know what I was reading? I was
on.
reading a Tom King book today called Animal Pound.
Oh, I've heard good things about that.
Yes, so I think I might read that. What are
I
you
gotta
talking
find this
about?
Tom King book.
I mean, he had another book that ended this week. Actually, I haven't gotten to it.
It's a British one.
This one? Helen of Windhorn.
No, no, that looks cool though.
Jenny Sparks.
You Jenny, yeah, that's it.
Jenny Sparks. From the
That's it.
Authority.
Yeah, is anyone gonna read that?
I think people are reading it. I actually looked at it yesterday, which is more than I can say that I have in the past.
Jenny Sparks.
This book, actually, real quick, Helen of Windhorn, is Tom King and Bill Quist, the same team from Supergirl, and it's just
Yeah,
filled like I cannot believe the work that she does.
that's insane.
She is like unfucking believable with this book. Yeah, Jenny Sparks. Who's reading Jenny Sparks?
I can't wait for
This
the new Jenny Sparks.
like look at this shit that she draws in this book. This book is it's inspired by Conan. He said it's Wuthering Heights meets Conan the Barbarian. That's what this
That
book is.
that's the same artist as Supergirl, right?
Yes, that is
That looks
literally exactly
really
what I
good.
said. Yes. But yeah, I think this book's cool, and it's only 6 issues, and it just ended. So
Huh.
Helena Windhorn. All right, yeah, a hero
Is
story.
that yeah, that is
I
it,
think
I
so.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been reading a lot of books. I just read this Western called The Enfield Gang Massacre. It was
Oh,
fucking sick. It was so
okay.
cool.
Okay.
It's by Chris Condon. We were talking about Chris Condon a little bit. Chris Condon is writing Ultimate Wolverine,
Mhm.
and he just took over Green Arrow. And I've heard this guy's name all the time. I keep hearing people talk about Chris Condon, and he has this image book called That Texas Blood, which I'm very interested in. And then I was at the store yesterday and I found this one, Enfield Gang Massacre, which I'd heard of, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a fucking cowboy comic. Like I feel like I like to have a comic book of at least every genre on
Mhm.
my shelf. So I'm like, I don't have a western. I don't have a cowboy book. And on the back, I bought it, and then I'm like looking through the back, and it's like the acclaimed prequel to That Texas Blood, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" I just bought a shared universe book. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was in a universe, and I haven't even read what it's based. You know what I mean? I was like, "Fuck
Yeah, so you gotta get the other stuff now.
yeah!" But as far as I'm aware, I couldn't tell any ties, but it's because I haven't read the original yet.
Okay. I'll skip modern times because there's a million of those, but what is your favorite sci-fi comic?
Oh
Could be
shit,
Guardians of
dude!
the Galaxy, could be Green Lantern, could be Star Wars. Just what is
I
your
gotta look. I
favorite?
gotta look. I gotta look.
Okay.
It's
And then I'd ask you what's your favorite fantasy comic?
Oh no. Okay, fantasy. I did really like Once and Future. Once
One's
and
of
Future.
yeah, yeah, it's probably
Dan
mine
Mora.
too.
Yeah.
Or I really liked Dark Knights of Steel. I thought that was really good.
Yes. This is actually I'm trying to again another thing that I've started and I will get to one day. Fantasy comic by Rick Remender. It's called Seven to Eternity. Um,
Okay.
Jerome Pena. He drew some Hickman Avengers. He drew Uncanny X Force. Really, really good artist.
Okay. Fantasy comic you might like now that you're watching, but Vox Machina Origins is a comic book series.
Is that a comic book? I know that Kieran Gillen has a D&D comic.
Yeah,
Or a comic, maybe not based on Dungeons and
one
Dragons, but
no.
like one roll or something like that. Roll once or something.
Yeah, I
Something
die,
like that, right?
die yeah,
Something
from
along
just
those dice.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sci-fi is hard. I like Saga. I love Kirby's New Gods. That is science fiction at its fucking highest.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go New Gods. It's kind of a weird one.
Okay.
Fantasy, yeah. I think Once in Future. I like Once in Future a lot. Fantasy is a tough one. You never really get simple, high fantasy in comic books because I feel
Mhm.
like it's just Tolkien, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So and like, who's gonna really read? Like, I know they exist, but who's really gonna read like the graphic novel of The Hobbit?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would say for
Yeah.
fantasy, it is once a feature. Or there's a book called I think it's just called Claws. And it's
Yes.
Dan Mora like Christmas comic, but it's like Viking era and the origin of Santa Claus. But it's really cool. You're mute. I can't hear you at all. Now you're panicking. No, I can't hear you at all. It's over, guys. It's so over. I'll just keep talking. My favorite sci-fi comic is Jeff Johns' Green Lantern.
What about now?
I hear you now.
Okay, there we go. God damn it. Um, I said that Claus is a prequel to Red One. So if you want to know the origin
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah,
J.K.
yeah.
Simmons Santa Claus, you got
Getting
to read Claus.
kidnapped. Yeah,
You said your
okay.
favorite sci-fi comic is
Jeff
Grant,
Johns Green
not
Lantern.
Grant Morrison. Yeah, Jeff Johns Green Lantern. All
Hmm.
right,
I
all
think
right.
the entire thing. I think it's a perfect. It is
But I
my
think
favorite
it's more.
sci-fi story ever.
I think it's more fantasy though.
Well, it's space.
But I think just because it's in space doesn't mean because like Star Wars, I think is not science fiction. That is fantasy. There's like sci-fi elements to it, like space and shit, but it's about magic and wizards and stuff.
Yeah, but they go to different
I
planets.
know, but that's like a vehicle for how they move. It's not like what like science fiction is about like the mechanics of everything and how the technology influences the world. Like
Yeah,
Star
but you're
Wars is
not
not
gonna
about
put
that.
on Revenge of the Sith and see that intro and be like, "Hey, this is my favorite fantasy movie."
But I think I'm saying the themes of Star Wars and everything, like
The guns
the
literally go
stories
pew
of it are
pew.
more fantasy than
Yeah,
science
okay,
fiction.
I get that. I get that. But I still say I consider Green Lantern to be sci-fi though. They go
I
to
think
intergalactic jails
I
and
think
they
there's a
just
mixture. It's like sci-fi fantasy. It's like some sort of mixture of both.
yeah, okay, sci-fi fantasy, yeah, that's fair. But more on
It's-
the sci-fi side. They have rings that glow
yeah, but they're
and make
like
them
they are
fly.
technology. I know they're technology, but they're fucking
They're magic
magic.
items. Yeah, they're magic
Yes,
items.
like like I think they're obviously they're fantastical in nature, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm saying I think they're more fantasy because they're just magic.
But they need batteries.
But it's like Thor. Do you buy when they try to explain that Thor is an alien and it's all actually like real, like like advanced technology?
Yeah, no, no, I
It's
don't.
fantasy. They're doing magic.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
It's space. Thor is more space fantasy, if anything.
Yes, Thor. I think is so cool because he's the fantasy character that does
That's
do
in
all the space
space.
travel. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
And
think that's
all
what's cool.
writers do like understand that too. Even Donny Cates introducing like the storm, where it's
Yeah,
just like a living
the endless
cloud, but it,
winter.
yeah, but that's like a fantasy name right there.
Yeah, yes,
So
yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Fantastic Four is science fiction. Fantastic Four is pure
yes.
science fiction.
Yes, absolutely. This is all
Galactus
sci-fi.
is is a
It's
cosmic
tech.
horror threat.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. That's
That's a hero story.
yeah.
It felt like a long one. I don't really know if it was.
Yeah, I don't either.
When I
We'll be
have an
back.
hour and
We'll
40.
we'll
Yeah.
probably be back next week to talk all about Wicked.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Wiki and we're gonna talk about Gladiator.
Yeah,
So
we both release same day.
Gladiator.
I
Yes.
don't know which one I'm seeing first.
I probably see, I don't know.
I
Again, we
think I'll
talked
see
about Wicked
Wicked
is
first.
2 hours and 40 fucking minutes. So
That's weird, yeah.
very weird. Yeah. It's like the musical. I'm sure it's just long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a musical, the movie?
Yes.
Oh. Weird how Hollywood hides that.
It is weird. It is weird. I think it's like they hit it with Joker, which fine, whatever Joker. But they hit it with another one this year, didn't they?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. Yeah, and Mean Girls, like they did not sell it well because they just sold it as a remake of the original movie and
Hmm.
nobody wanted to see that. But if they had
Hmm.
sold it as a musical based on the Broadway show,
Hmm.
I don't know how many people did see it. I don't know if it made money, but I'm sure people would have like not groaned when the trailer played, you
Yeah.
know? Because I remember being
Yeah.
like, oh, that's just the same movie, literally the exact same movie.
You could have shown more. Yeah, it is odd that they do that.
Yeah,
They didn't do it with
weird.
La La Land if I remember correctly, but
No. What about
uh,
Moana? Does Moana 2 have trailers in the trailers? Songs in the
trailers
trailers?
in the trailers. Yeah, I guess Moana 2
Every
is a
trailer's got a trailer
musical.
in the trailer now.
They haven't shown any music as far as I know, but the first one's a musical, so I feel like that's a
Yeah.
given. Like people know that. It's also Disney, so it's like okay.
Yeah. I mean, what can you say except
I
you're
forgot
welcome?
Moana 2 is like out in 2 weeks.
Yes. Oh God, there's too many movies.
I'll see Moana
They gotta
2.
stop making these movies. That's all I'm saying. They gotta stop
Yeah,
making
yeah. Do
movies.
another strike.
Yeah, no, for real. I could take 6 months off.
Yeah, me too.
I
It's
think you know what I think we just need? COVID too. Just shut us all down. Shut us
I'd be
all
down,
down.
honestly. I'd be
Shut
down.
us all down. And let me just catch up with everything I got right now. All right. Stop
Mhm.
making new shit. Let me catch up on everything.
Shut it down so then we can get caught up on One Piece, and then
If
we'll be good to
yes,
go.
if I was the Flash, I think all I would do is just move super fast. I'd spend like an hour a day relative to me. So, like 6 days or 6 seconds in real time.
Hmm.
And I would just catch up on everything. I would just read everything and
Yeah,
then
I
I would
would
go about
too.
my day,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? The TV wouldn't move at normal speed, which is annoying. So
I mean,
I
just
guess,
books.
yeah, exactly. I just read everything I could.
Yeah, just
5
hope
seconds.
Wi-Fi's good enough to load things we're reading digitally.
Oh yeah, you break your fucking iPad, but
Yeah,
too
because you'd
fast.
be
Yeah.
swipe through 24 pages in a second.
Shit. All right. Yeah, that's not maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe instead I would use it to be a superhero.
I
The
wouldn't.
Flash's powers. You don't think so?
I don't
You
know
think he'd be
where
like
I'd
Sonic
go.
at the beginning of Sonic 1 where he's just got like a man cave?
Yeah.
He's reading the Flash.
He does read all the Flash in that too.
Yeah,
JD loves that movie, I
he
think.
does love that
Does he?
movie. I think he gave it 3 stars, which means JD loves it.
Yeah, yeah. JD
Above
hasn't.
2.5, I'd say is like a pretty good for JD.
I think he did give it a three. I'm just gonna check real quick in the
He's
one.
checking. Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay.
Here
JD
we go.
gave it 2.5.
Ah.
He gave Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 3.
All right. You know what? Improvement. That next means the next one's gonna get 3.5.
Yeah, we're going through this pattern. Yes, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Do your noise.
What?